Stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phone's down. It's the law.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Truly imitated, never duplicated. This is ONN's Tonight in High School Football. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by the Ohio Education Association and by X-Hybrids. And welcome back, everyone. Our Week 10 previews continue now in the northwestern quadrant of the state. Next up is due north to Erie County. Castalia Margaretta is 8-1. They play host to 7-2 Gibsonburg. A team that Margaretta coach Gary Quizno says they'll need to match the physicality of.
Very strong team. Offensive and defensive lines are very big, strong, and present problems for us. Got a running back who's already been Smith, who's already run for 1,400 yards. So we got to make sure that we're sound on defense and tackling.
Over to Ottawa County. Hopewell Loudon is 8-1. They close the regular season at 7-2 Woodmore. A team that Hopewell Loudon coach Brian Colotrillo says he's impressed with. Should be a great one up in Fulton County this evening. Liberty Center 9-0. Play at 8-1 Archball. Wood County are next stop. Perrysburg is 8-1. They close the regular season by hosting 7-2 Toledo Whitmer. A team that Perrysburg coach Dirk Connor says has tons of talent. Putnam County, Liberty Benton tries to close out a perfect 10-0 season as they play at 6-3 Van Buren. Meanwhile, great rivalry game in Putnam County, 6-3 Columbus Grove plays host to 8-1 Bluffton. Columbus Grove coach Andy Schaefer says confidence is high.
This week we play Bluffton, a rivalry, and shouldn't have any problems. Just going through them like we always do.
Goodwood in Allen County has 8-1 Lima Bath, hosting 9-0 South End of Dark County. Tri-Village is 9-0. They play host to 7-2 Arcanum. Tri-Village coach Matt Hopkins says his team will need to continue to play well or things could go sideways.
This is a really classic trap game. I like the way our defense played last week. We're going to have that same type of effort to limit their running back and the freshman quarterback that they can bring in that can sling it a little bit.
South to Warren County, Goodwin there has Lebanon hosting Whitten Woods. Both are 7-2. Next stop is Butler County. Hamilton-Baden 9-0. They close the regular season by hosting 5-4 Cincinnati McNicholas. McNicholas coach Mike Orlando says Baden is for real.
They've been the hallmark of our league for 7 years or something like that, 7 or 8 years. They've won 30-plus league games in a row. So no problem for us, but a problem for everybody inside the league.
Game of the night in Hamilton County features 8-1 Cincinnati Princeton hosting 7-2 Middletown. Adams County is next. 8-1 Manchester plays host to 7-2 Fisher Catholic. Manchester coach Justin Schmitz says everyone there is pumped for this big game. Into Southern Ohio, Jackson County, our next stop. Great rivalry game here, 7-2 Jackson. Plays host to 6-3 Chillicothe. Jackson coach Andy Hall says they know who they need to stop.
He's reaching 2,000 yards rushing for the year as a sophomore.
Other good ones in Southern Ohio tonight. Lawrence County, Ironton Rock Hill 6-3. Play host to 7-2 Coal Grove. Meanwhile, in Gallia County, Sims Valley 8-1 plays at 6-3 South Gallia. Next to Perry County, New Lexington tries to close the regular season a perfect 10-0. Tonight they host 6-3 Sheridan. New Lexington coach Kevin Gord says forget the records. This one should be decided up front.
We're going to get their best game. We're going to get a great game from a great opponent. They've got tremendous running back. And they always take pride in winning the football. So we're really going to have to win the game in the trenches.
And we close with a great rivalry game in Athens County as Nelsonville York is at Athens. Both are 9-0. Nelsonville York coach Rusty Richards says his defense will have its hands full.
It starts off, with stopping Athens or slowing them down, I should say. With the running back Sutton, he's very dynamic, a lot of speed. Daniel Hines, the quarterback. You get Wheatley out receiver. We get our hands full as far as slowing these guys down. Again, you're not going to stop them.
And we'll be back to wrap up this week's edition of the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Beck's Hybrids, next on the Ohio News Network.
Every day, farmers rise before the sun and put everything they have into a job so few can do. Their courage, resilience, and relentless work shape the legacies and future of our country. At Beck's, we're proud to stand alongside those who don't wait to see what the world will do. They act, they lead, they are the difference. Beck's honors your commitment to your land, family, and purpose. And while we can't predict what the future holds, there's one thing we can do to change it, and that's be the difference. Right now, in every decision, in every season.
Friday night, Under the Lights reminds us teamwork, dedication, and community start in our schools. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Munson. On behalf of the OEA's 120,000 members, we are proud to sponsor tonight's game and even prouder to support our public schools. Whether it's touchdowns or textbooks, success starts with a strong foundation. From the classroom to the end zone, we believe in every student's potential because in Ohio, public education matters.
This is ONN.
And that'll put a wrap on Week 10 of Tonight in High School Football. As always, wherever your team's in action, hopefully they're going to come out on time. For Brian Mays, I'm Skip Mossick. Enjoy your game broadcast. This is the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Beck's Hybrids from the Ohio News Network.
The Tomlinson Insurance SBC Game of the Week is on the air. The SBC on XIZ is also brought to you by your local McDonald's restaurants, Ross County Banking Center, Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing, Greenwald Lawn and Landscape, Recreations, The Lunchbox, Monroe's Collision, and Kingston National Bank. The Tomlinson Insurance SBC Game of the Week starts now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to week number 10. The season is going by. We're back in Unioto, the home of Shermans, as they try to finish a 10-0 regular season. But in front of them, in that perfect season are the Westfall Mustangs. Hello, everyone. I'm Greg Pregame. Back with me. I haven't seen him since we were back down at the Iowa River in August. But Mike Strasbaugh back on the broadcast tonight, and good having you back helping me. And, Unioto has kind of flown by everybody. Pretty bit of a tough with a good St. Louis team. But sometimes, Westfall's got one slight chance to get in the playoffs. They got a chance to knock off a 9-0 team, and I don't think this is going to be an easy game for the Shermans. They're going to have to be focused.
All right, football fans. Welcome to the SBC Game of the Week, presented to you by Tomlinson Insurance.
Mike, the other thing I mentioned to you before we were on the air, I was talking to Coach Hoops earlier in the week, and he sent me a bunch of information. And one of the things I was looking at his notes, and he said for the Shermans to have their first ever 10-0 season. I find that almost unbelievable thinking back to a lot of years and all the great teams, but maybe no 10-0 season so far for the Shermans are looking for that tonight. We're going to take a quick time out on the Thompson Insurance SCC Game of the Week during our national anthem. Back with more pregame after this.
The loss of a loved one is a difficult time, but a funeral can also be a time of caring.
Dad meant so much.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
Our employees certainly get the credit for that growth. The relationships that they build, people want to deal with people they can trust, they know, feel connected to. And I think that's where a community bank such as Kingston really shines. The color of money is the same no matter where you go, but I think the people behind it is what makes the difference. Having the empathy to understand what's going on in someone's business or personal lives and how you might be able to help it. I think our customers expect that, want that, and truthfully, they deserve that.
Oh, my mower won't start. I know what to do. Take it to Matheny's Small Engine Repair, located on Savageville School Road in between Jackson and Chillicothe. Matheny's is now an official Encore dealer with both new commercial and residential models on display. They'll get you up and mowing.
Stressed? Overstimulated? Smash it out at Recreations. Rec plates in our rage room, fling paint in the splatter zone, then strike a pose in the selfie studio. Chaos, creativity, and content. Let's get messy.
The Lunchbox in Chillicothe, home of the famous pretzel sandwich. Enjoy all-day breakfast, fresh lemonade shake-ups, and a big menu for a small space. Visit us at 24 East Water Street or call 740-775-8624. Delivery, dine-in, and carry-out are available.
Football. A lot of teams looking to qualify to get into the playoffs next week. Unioto, the possibility of not having to play, getting a bye next week, and wouldn't play for a couple of weeks if they wind up in the top four of the region. I was looking at some notes. Talking to Jaron last week, and this is an unfair question for Mike because he's been covering a lot of Chillicothe and quite a running back. He's been watching all year. Carte Ligon. Cody Braden last week became Unioto's all-time touchdown leader. With 45 career touchdowns, he surpassed Jamarcus Carroll of 2020, who had 44 touchdowns. Cody Braden has 1,126 yards. He's averaging 11 yards a carry. And Westfall has a young man, a senior named Joey Wright, who last week had a phenomenal game. I think almost 300 yards of offense, threw a 50-yard touchdown pass, ran for almost 300, one of the biggest offensive nights in Westfall history. He's a senior. And then think about St. Trace with Bryce Johnson and Higgins, and then Taylor over Huntington. We were talking last week about the number of great running backs in this conference. Of course, it all starts up front, but there's some guys putting up some really good numbers in the area, particularly here in the SBC. Isaac Coy, the quarterback, he also passes when he has to. And that's one thing about Mike Unioto. They have. I'm not going to put it. They have probably more offensive weapons than maybe a Huntington and a Piketon, and Westfall certainly has two or three, including a very fast quarterback. Zane Trace with the two big running backs, but Unioto can kill you with Braden. They got Long, who can sneak out, David Long, and make you miss, and they've got three or four great receivers, including Zikafus. Every game I've done, he's gotten behind the other team's secondary for a long touchdown. He's very, very quick. They have a lot of weapons, but I think Isaac Coy does a great job of spreading the football for them.
He does. He spreads the football around. I think the thing, you hit it on the head, Greg. I mean, we were talking about, Westfall, what they do, trying to find a mismatch, kind of a spread offense. We're almost like a basketball game. You try to get somebody on the edge or get somebody in isolation.
Yes, they do.
And in Unioto, I think you said it all. I don't even have to say much about it. Every kid they have in a skill position. And we talked about the way they kind of run, Long, who was a former quarterback for him, in the H-back spot. He's a weapon even throwing the football if they had a gadget player, let alone, like you said, he's one of those kids. I think the biggest thing, too, with these Shermans, spread the ball, unselfish.
They are.
Unselfish. It doesn't matter who scores a touchdown. We don't care. We just want to win. And, looking at some of these, Joe Idle, I mean, they're right there on the verge of getting that bye. It has to take care of itself. Take care of business tonight. You brought up, undefeated season. The Hart Sox have played in the NFL, and some of these guys have played here. It's you look at Eric Hosley down on the sideline, does a great job with Coach Hoops. Like a lot of the great athletes and players they had, I'm thinking, you said they've never had an undefeated season.
Well, I think they've had an undefeated season, but not a 10-0.
Not a 10-0.
I'm pretty sure. Back in my day, a
like
long time ago, I had to play against a guy named Dave Yinger. And it wound up going to OU in track, I believe. But he was the quarterback. They had a Borland. They had Davis. Some really good players. And you go back, and I'm going way back, but through all those years, and Coach Shoop's telling me that,
10 wins.
They've been undefeated, but never 10 wins. Last year they got to the playoffs and lost. You reminded me of this. It was Millersburg West Holmes. 28-21 they lost, and they could possibly play them again.
Yeah, I think going tonight we were looking at Joe Idle his rankings right now. West Holmes is 13th. I mean, they get a win, they'll get in. You never know what's going to go there. The biggest thing is, looking at Unioto, Columbus East at number 5 right behind them, Indian Creek, Wintersville. Those two, depending on who they play tonight, that could be a situation. But Westfall, they've had a good year. We're not going to discount Westfall's year, what they've got going on. I mean, let's look at it like this. Westfall, they're right there. And I think I think it's going to be a good game tonight.
If Westfall would win, I think they were 16th, and they're in that same region as well. Obviously, we get a lot of points from Unioto, and I think they come in at 6-3. I know I was talking to one of the people, one of their players, actually grandparents, and she was telling me they were really felt like they let one get away with Huntington, but hey, you better play well to beat Huntington. That's one of my favorite teams I've covered this year, and I think the best quarterback maybe in the area, Frankie Hirsch. But Huntington beat them, but they come back last week and went all over Plankton. So they got a 6-3 season going on, and they've got it in front of them. Hey, we beat Unioto. It can turn them around for their season, maybe get in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think. The second level points, along with I'm going to say first level being a bigger school. The penalty's right ahead of them, Greg. I think the Westfall will win. Legitimate, more than 50% chance of getting it.
Well, we shall see. Unioto Shermans hosting the Westfall Mustangs. Let's take a final timeout. We'll be back with a kickoff. Westfall will receive. You're listening to the Tomlinson Insurance SVC Game of the Week. Back in 1 minute with tonight's kickoff.
Integrity. It's a small word with a big meaning.
It's not just about saving up. It's learning what it means to earn something for yourself, a few dollars at a time. It's about earning your independence. Every deposit, every goal, every step closer. It's more than just opening an account. It's opening the door to what's next. People's Bank. Working together, building success.
Integrity. It's a small word with a big meaning, and it's one we hold dear at Ross County Banking Center. That means we work hard every day to do what's right, even when no one's looking. We treat people the way we want to be treated, volunteer in our communities, and keep a watchful eye to safeguard our customers. At Ross County Banking Center, we strive to do that better every day. Find more information on our website, vcnbfamily.bank, or visit one of our physical locations. Member FDIC.
Up against a very good Westfall team. Our game and our whole season, thanks to the great sponsor, Tomlinson Insurance, your local McDonald's restaurants, Ross County Banking Center, Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing, Greenwald Lawn and Landscaping, The Lunchbox, Recreations, Kingston National Bank, and Monroe's Collision. Each and every week, if Greg remembers, we try to give out the Monroe's Collision T-shirt for our collision of the night. Had a good week last week. We were over at Adena. First time we've been to Adena for a while, Bostic Field, and Huntington able to win that. Big game tonight. This is a huge one. And another big game tonight is Huntington and Piketon, which will have playoff implications as well, particularly for Huntington.
Looks like with some help and a win tonight, they would actually, as in Westfall, have a shot of getting in the 12 spot. So definitely the Mustangs.
They come in 16th.
There, yeah. The Mustangs, with a win tonight, a little bit of help, can get in. And again, it's a task dealing with Sherman, especially on senior night.
We shall see. Game tonight. Mustangs are in their away, all whites, white jerseys, white pants, with their red helmets, of course, and scarlet and gray. Unioto, this is I think the third time I've had them this year in our broadcast, and the third different uniform we've seen. I've seen them in all white. Their last game we had them here, it was all purple with purple helmets. That was, I believe, against the Zane Trace game. And tonight they're back in the white pants, white helmets, and gold jerseys for the purple and gold of Unioto. Unioto won the toss, deferred, so they will kick it off. And speaking of kickers, we were looking at those stats a little bit ago, and the kicking stats is, I mean, you don't think about that, but special teams, Liam Maffey for Unioto, he's 39 of 42 on extra points, and he's 2 of 2 for field goals. And he averages 55 yards on the kickoff, so that's a weapon. And he will kick it off to start this one. Mustangs back deep. Looks to be Aiden Daniels, one of their backup running backs. Yeah, I believe the other back there is Joey Wright, their premier running back. Now, Eli Wright, number 13, the sophomore, they are cousins. Both very effective in the running back. Eli will take over, I'm sure, next year with Joey graduating. But Joey Wright, remember, he missed a game. He wound up getting 2 personal fouls in the Logan Elm game, had to sit out the Circleville game. So he's had one less game, but still has over 1,200 yards rushing. Of course, you get about 300 like you did last week. That kind of helps your totals on the season. Matthew will kick it off. We are set to go. Shermans will go left to right. Glad to have you along here on WXIZ. The kick high, end over end, coming down inside the 10 and taken at about the 6, out to the 10. And cutting back at the 20 and now knocked down. Good first guy there was Levi Beam to make the tackle. Aiden Daniels on the return. Good strong kick, and it got maybe to the 20 or 21. So the Mustangs will start it fairly deep in their own territory, and I think it's going to be right smack dab on the 20-yard line.
See what kind of spread they run with Westfall coming right out of the
back. They got in that third week of the season, Poddix, their quarterback, broke his collarbone, and they moved Quinn Eberly, a wide receiver. Now, one thing it did is Eberly is lightning fast, and you got to keep an eye on him. They run it, as Mike just said, in a spread. He'll take it, obviously, usually always in the shotgun or pistol. One running back behind, Eberly will hand it off to the right side. Not much running room, and Wright's going to take a loss of a yard or two. Just a straight off right tackle. Not much running room for Joey Wright. And he lost a yard. We'll call it second down and 11 for the Mustangs, just underway here at Unioto. I'll tell you, last time I did a game with you, it was like 90 degrees.
Yeah.
It's not 90 tonight.
No, it's beautiful.
But a beautiful football weather. We have been lucky this year with great weather every Friday night. Nice, crisp, cool fall evening tonight. 2 receivers split to the left side for the Mustangs. Nobody to the right. Again, they got a slot man to the left as well. Eberly calls signals with Joey Wright off his left cheek. And he'll hand it off to Wright. A little bit of running room. Gets across the 20, but quickly piled up by a lot of yellow jerseys or gold jerseys. They got the yard back that he lost +1. I think they'll come up about 3rd and 9, maybe 3rd and 8. Give him 3 yards on the carry. Call it 3rd down and 8. A little more push that time on the right side of that Westfall line. So out to the 22, 3rd down and 8. Mustangs in their initial possession. Shermans would like to make them go 3 and out and get the ball in good field position here. Coming in late with the play. That's the quarterback. Usually Eberly goes to the sidelines, and they're going to get out of the huddle, and we're down to 7 seconds on the play clock, and they're just getting out of the huddle. 4, 3, 2. They might not get the play off, and they just do. Eberly rolls to the right, wants to throw it, still looking to run and pushed out of bounds. They barely got the, one of the things when the quarterback goes to the sidelines, Mike, it takes a little while. He's got to come all the way back with the play. And that time they barely got it off, but Eberly only got a yard. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll see the hand signals and stuff like that, Greg, and kind of speed it up a little bit. But, again, quarterback change even earlier in the year is probably what he's more accustomed to.
And obviously they worked all summer with their other quarterback, Pottix, but of course Eberly's been playing quarterback since week 3. A soft snapback and good punt, going to hit out around the 50-yard line. Takes a Westfall bounce and grabbed at the last second by Zickafoos, just in Unioto territory, and he kept it from rolling any further. And Unioto's going to begin at about their own 46 or 47-yard line after that Westfall punt. So the ball, Shermans will get their first chance with the football. They say at the 47, good field position. And again, when your kicker kicks it deep and you hold them with no first down, you get pretty good field position for the Shermans. Isaac Coy, your junior quarterback. 2 receivers to the right. They'll hand it off to Braden off the right side. 50, 45, breaks the tackle and down to the 41. And a pickup of about 11 or 12 for Cody Braden and a first down.
Big hole on the right side.
It was. He went. And now the official running in. And we got one of the players that went down at the end of the play. So it's an official's timeout as the trainers will come out. Did not get the player. For the Shermans, I don't see Cody. Well, I'm not going to say who it is. I don't see Cody Braden. That's the one guy you don't want to lose if you're the Shermans. We're going to take a quick timeout as well. We're in the early stages of the game. Unioto's first possession. You're listening to the Tomlinson Insurance SVC.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people. All to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank. Working together, building success.
Content. Let's get messy.
Catch every play with Total Media Sports, your home for local high school athletics. From football and basketball to baseball, softball, and more.
Crossball back, and what I mentioned, unfortunately for the Shermans, the injured player is Cody Braden there. Well, he's got a chance to be an All-Ohio running back with his numbers, and he's being helped off the field. It appears to be his left leg. Who knows? Could be his knee, could be his ankle, but he's coming off rather slowly. And your guy there with over 1,100 yards rushing, 47 career touchdowns, I think I said. And you lose him in the game on the first play of the game. It is 1st and 10. Coy, Mustangs blitz, breaking outside the runner to the 40, down to the 36, and pulled down by Eli Wright. Pulled out of bounds on the carry. And it is number 35, Henry Villette. So Villette wound up coming into the game. Now Villette, I hope I'm saying that name correctly, picks up from the 41 to the 35. He got 6. Let's call it 2nd down and 4. And he'll stay in the game. Now, interesting to see if they use Long a little more. Now Long is going to wind up right behind the center, even though he's in the backfield. Straight ahead on the run, and nothing there. And now breaking back outside, losing yardage. Villette got stonewalled at the line, broke it back outside, and winds up losing a yard to bring it back. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that's basically the penetration Westfall had right there, Greg. It just, there was no chance. I mean, he tried to cut back, get outside, and it wasn't going to happen.
Westfall uses 3 linebackers, and the games I've had them this year, they like to blitz all 3, at least 2 at a time. Ricky Hanley, one of their inside linebackers. So they come inside. They'll come on a blitz a lot. And that time they were there in the hole before Willett was able to get going. And now 3rd down and 5 for the Shermans. And now I think we got a timeout. Unioto's going to call timeout. Let's take a timeout as well. Just underway, no score here at Unioto. You're listening to the Tomlinson Insurance SVC game of the
Looking for a job that works with your life? Your local McDonald's is now hiring. Join a team that's all about flexibility, growth, and a fun, fast-paced work environment.
At McDonald's, we're more than just burgers. We're part of the community. From supported local events to helping neighbors in need, we're proud to give back.
Apply today at your local Chillicothe or Waverly McDonald's or McHire.com. We'd love to have you on the team.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. I'm loving it.
Ready to transform your entire lawn? Call Greenwald Lawn and Landscape. Just need a quick mow? Call Greenwald Lawn and Landscape. Driveway full of snow? Call Greenwald Lawn and Landscape. Greenwald Lawn and Landscape provides expert lawn care, landscaping, and snow removal services for year-round property maintenance. Call the experts at Greenwald 740.
Back with you on 3rd down. Coy looks to the outside, got his man at the 29. He beats the Zickafoos. He's to the 20. Zickafoos to the 10. The speed to the corner. Touchdown, Zickafoos. Just a little 5-and-out pattern, but the defensive back could not get Zickafoos. And Mike, I told you, every game I've had, he has connected, and that would have been about maybe a 36, 35-yard touchdown pass.
Wouldn't hurt to play the lottery a little bit after that, right? You called that one.
That was the times we've seen him and they'll run it later. They'll run that same pattern and they will pop it and go. He'll stop, fake the pass, pump it, and then he'll go deep. That time they got it to him in the flat, and Westfall just didn't get him down, and then his speed just broke it away for the touchdown for Unioto on 3rd and 5. Extra point attempt up through the uprights. It is good, and the first scores goes to the Shermans. 8:21 to play in the first quarter. Unioto 7, Westfall nothing. It's the Tomlinson Insurance SVC game of the week.
Ready to transform your entire lawn? Call Greenwald Lawn.
Our employees certainly get the credit for that growth. The relationships that they build, people want to deal with people they can trust, they know, feel connected to. And I think that's where a community bank such as Kingston really shines. The color of money is the same no matter where you go, but I think the people behind it is what makes the difference. Having the empathy to understand what's going on in someone's business or personal lives and how you might be able to help it. I think our customers expect that, want that, and truthfully, they deserve that.
Running back Cody Braden picked up 12 yards on his first carry, was injured. Now he is sitting up on the bench in the sidelines. Trainer's still working with him. But we talked about a lot of weapons, and on 3rd and 5, they got it to their main outside weapon, Zickafoos, and he turned it into a touchdown. High end-over-end kick coming down to the 14. Westfall on the return to the 20. Back to the middle, a little bit of an opening. That's the 35 to the 40, and knocked out of bounds near midfield. Nice return. That is Aiden Daniels, who made a nice move. He did a smart thing. When you catch the kickoff on the one side of the field, you don't want to try to go across the whole field. He took it straight up the left sidelines, and he had a great return. Westfall's going to get good field position out to the 48.
Yeah, I think he was the kicker. He was one guy from going the distance.
That's right. The kicker did.
He had a nice wedge there on the sideline closest to us here in the press box, and he had a legitimate shot of getting out of there, and the kicker actually took a good angle and pushed him out of bounds.
Well, the Mustangs, they went 3-and-out on their first series. Again, Quinn Epperly, the senior quarterback, moved in there after week number 3 from wide receiver to play quarterback with the injury to Pottix. And now we got a movement. I think it came on the tight end of Westfall. Westfall said, nope, Unioto jump. That is a false start against the Mustangs.
definitely
I think it
Westfall
was Ethan,
doesn't want.
yeah.
They don't want to start behind the sticks here with those Unioto defense.
Yeah, I think it was Ethan Rose, their tight end, that jumped. Braden on the side. You know, someone earlier in the season, I talked to Coach earlier in the year, but Yusef Wilson, who they loved was an inside linebacker, also a running back, was injured early in the season. There's a fake handoff. Eberle keeps it. Oh, he's taken down. Great read by the Unioto defense. Eberle faked the handoff, kept it himself, and Unioto came flying in. And I believe coming in very quickly there was DeQuan James, sophomore. And no gain on the play. Maybe lost a yard. We're going to call it 2nd down and 16 for Westfall. Back at their own 42. Well, that would be 2nd and 15, I guess. The Mustangs.
Play clock definitely is a factor.
Yeah. Waylon Moore splits to the right side. They got a flanker to the right side. Still in the pistol with the running back, Joey Wright, beside Eberle. Eberle rolls to the right, wants to throw back to the left. They got a screen set up to the 50. A little bit of running room and breaking a tackle. Near the, not quite a first down, but good yardage. They had 15 to go, and they got about 12 of it back, I think. It was a pass to Landon Sparks. Sparks is their wide receiver. He just stepped back, and it was a bubble screen. They got a lot of people out in front of him. And from 2nd and 15 to 3rd and 1, well-conceived play by the Mustangs as they got it to their wide receiver on the bubble screen, and he ran about 9 and then broke a tackle for a couple more. So the Mustangs in good shape on 3rd and short. They'll use Eberle again back in the pistol. 5 yards behind him. Well, now Eberle moves up under center. They got an I formation with him under center. First man through. It's a first down, straight ahead, pushing for good yardage. And they're going to push for about 4 yards down to the 39 of Unioto. That's encouraging if you're Westfall, Mike, because that time they went under center, gotten a straight I, pushed it ahead, and just pushed back on Unioto's defense.
Yeah, there was no penetration at the offensive line. They drove them forward.
So from the 39, new set of downs for the Mustangs, overcoming that 5-yard penalty. Eberle back under center. They got Eli Wright, the up back, and Joey Wright, the I back, behind him. They look to the sidelines now on a new set of downs. Now talking to each other, looking at their plays on the wristband. Finally back up under center. They're trying to use as much time as they possibly can. Eberle pitches it to right, left side, 39, 35, runs straight ahead, driven out of bounds to the 34. But he got about 5 more on the run by Joey Wright. But he just put his head down and took on the defense.
Yeah, I think pretty much, we're on it now. You said it, Greg. I think they're being real deliberate.
Yes.
And you can't blame them. I mean, the quick strike offense that the Shermans have just to continue to try to eat the clock.
They move it from the 39 to the 34. It is 5 yards for Joey Wright. So the first time they went to their normal offense with the pistol formation and Joey Wright right beside his quarterback Eberle. Couldn't get anybody loose again, but the handoffs were deep back in the backfield. This time, a couple times now they've gone with Eberle under center in almost an I formation, but now they go back to the pistol. But they put Eli Wright and Joey Wright right beside the quarterback Eberle, and now we got a flag or a timeout? Westfall calls a timeout. 5:28 left first quarter. Unioto leads at 7-0, and you're listening to the Tomlinson Insurance SVC game.
Oh, my mower won't start. I know what to do. Take it to Matheny's Small Engine Repair, located on Savageville School Road in between Jackson and Chillicothe. Matheny's is now an official Encore dealer with both new commercial and residential models on display. They'll get you up and mowing.
Ready to transform your entire lawn? Call Greenwald Lawn and Landscape. Just need a quick mow? Call Greenwald Lawn and Landscape. Driveway full of snow? Call Greenwald Lawn and Landscape. Greenwald Lawn and Landscape provides expert lawn care, landscaping, and snow removal services for year-round property maintenance. Call the experts at Greenwald 740-701-6744. Greenwald Lawn and Landscape, a proud sponsor of SVC Sports.
Is one of the top running backs in Southern Ohio, Cody Braden, was injured he gained 11 yards on his first carry, but was injured, and he's still on the sidelines. Now they pitch to the right side on the run. Eli Wright breaks the first tackle, gets down near the 30, going to be short of the first down, but he picked up at least 3 more. Going to bring up third in a very manageable couple yards. Got it all the way down to the 31. He's got to get to the 29, so you're in 4-down territory, 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, Greg, a completely different, looks like a scheme compared to the first possession. It's just more smash mouth. And like you said, kind of getting the ball quicker to the running back, nothing delayed, and attacking that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the first time, anything that took time when you're the pistol quarterback and you're putting the ball in and pulling it back out. Unioto was getting too much penetration, and you're right, Mike, they've changed. And now they're going to go to that full house backfield again. And Eberle will hand it off. They got a first down, I believe. I saw Eli Wright. First thought he had the ball. I think it was Joey Wright. And another first down for Westfall. Well, they got the good kickoff return. Began at their own 48. Had a 5-yard penalty, but overcame it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Mustangs right now, this is exactly what you're wanting to do, especially after that quick strike.
Yep.
They're just kind of lining up, smash mouth, and 3-4 yards, they say, in a cloud of dust. And it seems to be effective. You got to wonder what kind of, Braden kind of going down, too. You got to wonder, psyche-wise, where the kids are at right now.
I would agree. At the 27, 1st and 10. They put a man in motion. That's Joey Wright, and they'll run it with Eli Wright up the middle. He's got 5. He's got 6 from the 27 down near the 20. Still pushing ahead, and right now the front of Westfall is pushing Unioto 5-6 yards back almost every carry, and that's good news for the Mustangs. And again, Mike just said it. It also keeps the clock running. It keeps the ball out of the Unioto's offense. Move it to the 20. Pickup of 7, 2nd down and 3. That was Eli Wright on that carry. They sent Joey Wright into the flat and handed it to Eli Wright. Pushed ahead for about 3 or 4, but the offensive line got right behind him. They just kept shoving him forward down to the 20. So now back under center is Eberle, back into an I formation on 2nd and short. Pitch it to the right side. Wright runs to the right, and he was hit at the line of scrimmage. That's the play that Zane Trace loves. They love to pitch it to Bryce Johnson. Not necessarily a sweep, but you pitch it deep in the backfield and give him a chance to roll to the right and then look to break up inside on a block.
And you do not want to tackle Bryce Johnson.
No.
I mean, he is a –
that's a very similar play that they ran with Joey Wright, but that time you got to pay. Yeah, Bryce Johnson. He'll basically run over you.
It's definitely 4-down territory, too, and it's 3rd down, but it's exactly what the Mustangs want.
No gain, but it is just it's 3rd down. They send out Landon Sparks, who made a big play here earlier on that bubble screen. Under center, Eberle, I formation. Going to fake, wants to throw, looks, throws it high over the middle, and nobody's there. Well, he was looking for the receiver to go outside. The receiver went inside. It was intended for Layton. Incomplete. Pretty good coverage by the Shermans. They had a man there. Layton ran right to the middle of the goalpost, and the pass was thrown to the right, upright of the goalpost, kind of, and off the mark. It'll be 4th down for Westfall, and they're going to line up for a field goal. Interesting. I believe Carson Deskins is their kicker, a pretty good one. This is going to be about a 37-yard field goal attempt. Down, the kick is up. It's a low-line drive, and he didn't get it. Just missed it. And Deskins is a good kicker, but that was from 37. Didn't get it up in the air. So the Mustangs had a 4th and 4. Try to kick the field goal, and Unioto comes up with a stop.
Yeah, you got to wonder maybe that series, if that does come back maybe to haunt the Mustangs. I mean, they were driving, they were getting down, you know what I mean? And it was, we'll see where they're at defensively. Again, there's another thing, too. I mean, the Shermans coming out after this injury. Braden's still kind of sitting over there on the sideline on the cart, and obviously he's not going to leave his teammates, just kind of see where we're at here.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Shermans. They split 2 receivers to the right. They want to throw it. Looking, throw to the sidelines. Wide open is Bream at the 25. Breaks back to the inside. Hit hard right at the 30, but I think he's got a first down. Levi Beam, a junior, only 5'9". He's strong. He just a little quick down and out. About a 5-yard pattern, and he was able to move it forward. on yards after the catch and a first down out to the 31, and Unioto jumps to the line of scrimmage very quickly. Look at the splits between the guard and the center. Unbelievable. There's a 5-yard split between the center and the guard. They want to throw it again, and they're going to call a legal procedure against Unioto. They called on Jack Welch.
Yeah, those splits are almost inviting
Yeah,
a blitz
yeah,
or
I'm
pressure,
sure I
but they know
remember
it'll be one-on-one if they,
Yeah,
they blitz.
There's like splits of 2 or 3 yards between every offensive lineman. Want to throw it again. Throw it to the sidelines. Complete to Zickafoos to the 31. Tried to go back to the inside. Picked up the 5 yards that they lost on the penalty. Yeah, right back to the original line of scrimmage. They're just going with that quick hitch pattern. Now, I'm telling you, get ready. They're going to pump fake it, and he can go right by you. I'm talking about Mr. Zickafoos. 2nd and 10, looking to throw. Now faking. Coy's going to run with it. Breaks out to the outside to the 30. Gets a block to the 35. Out near the 40. I think he could have got the first down, but he ran out of bounds before the marker. Just a scramble there by Isaac Coy from the 31 to the 39. 8 yards. Going to be 3rd down and 2. Unioto looking to short yardage. Y'all go to the hurry-up offense. They don't have Braden, remember. They want to throw it. Now they're going to run it with the quarterback first down to the 44. Now knocked backwards and knocked down across the 45. But that's just a quarterback draw to Isaac Coy. And he got out to the 46 and a first down. Shermans, they overcome their 5-yard penalty and a first down at the 46. All of a sudden, Isaac Coy's legs becoming a part of this offense. And you know something else they've done with Braden out, Long is now back as the main running back. Interesting. They're going to throw it again. Coy looking, throws it deep across the middle and almost intercepted. Triple coverage. Yeah, looked like number 4, Wyatt Ward, was the one that got a hand on it to knock it down, and Coy lucky that didn't get intercepted. There were 3 Mustangs all over Zickafoos.
I think you're talking about that, trying to hit him deep on a post pattern, and there it was. But like you said, they were cover 2. They had 2 guys deep, and a third, I think, safety or corner came in on it.
Yeah, both safeties went back, and you're right. And then the corner stayed with Zickafoos and wound up with 3 guys on him, and now 2nd down and 10.
It's kind of like Jeremiah Smith, where you have 3 people on him.
Now it looks like maybe Long no longer the running back. They're going to hand it off on a speed sweep to the left side. Nice defense with the Mustangs, maybe 3 or 4 yards. They went with the wing back coming around behind the quarterback, Coy, handed it off on the
big hit by number 4, Ward, for Westfall.
Ward just knocked that pass down moments ago, playing well defensive back.
It's like you're going to take him back. That was a big hit by Ward.
Well, Westfall's going to accept the penalty, and not sure what that was. But they will replay 2nd down. They picked up 2 or 3 yards. It would have been 3rd down, but Westfall electing to take the 5-yard penalty. I did not see what the penalty was, but it's now 2nd down and 15. Coy, the quarterback. They go with a speed sweep to the right side to Zickafoos, 45. Gets a block outside to 45. Breaks a tackle to 50. Still on his feet into Westfall territory, and he got about 10 yards. Would you say he has quick feet?
A little bit. He kind of danced on the sideline, and they're thinking, he's going to go out of bounds. No, they tried to cut back, got 3 or 4 more.
Jackson Zickafoos, who has the only score of the night on the touchdown reception. Unioto does not have to run a play before the end of the quarter. And now I think we got a flag on I think it's a sideline warning against Westfall. So Westfall gets a sideline warning. Clock stopped, and now they'll start it again. 17 seconds left in the quarter. It's a 3rd down play, 3rd and a long 3. Coy takes a snap, looks to throw, goes down the right sideline for Zickafoos. Up in the air, he can't catch it, but he's out of bounds. And now a 4th down and a decision, still with 4.5 seconds left in the quarter. Will Unioto go for it, or will they punt it and try to pin Westfall deep in their own territory, leading 7-0? See what Coach Hoops elects to do. The way Westfall moved the ball, I almost would think about putting them deep in their own territory. It's third. It's fourth and
Coach Hoops. Yeah, he's probably almost like Spurrier back in the day, the gambler. He's going to go for it.
Fourth and 3, unless they try to draw him off sides. Again, they don't have Cody Brayton, their top running back. Put a man in motion, beam. 4th and 3, calling signals, trying to draw Westfall off sides. And now they snap it. Coy back to pass. He can run for the first down, I believe. Now he's going to toss it down the field, and it is out of bounds. He tossed it down. The catch was made by Long, but he stepped out of bounds, did not keep a foot in as Coy tried to lob it down the sidelines, and Westfall will get the football in great field position, and we end the first quarter all in one play. It'll be Mustang football at their own 47 when we return after one quarter of play. Sherman 7, Mustangs nothing. You're listening to the Tomlinson Insurance SVC Game of the Week.
The Lunchbox and Chill Coffee, home of the famous pretzel sandwich. Enjoy all-day breakfast, fresh lemonade shake-ups, and a big menu for a small space. Visit us at 24 East Water Street or call 740-775-8624. Delivery, dine-in, and carry-out are available.
Out delivery, and even office catering. Call 740-775-8624 today.
Looking for a job that works with your life? Your local McDonald's is now hiring. Join a team that's all about flexibility, growth, and a fun, fast-paced work environment.
At McDonald's, we're more than just burgers. We're part of the community. From supported local events to helping neighbors in need, we're proud to give back.
Apply today at your local Chill Coffee or Waverly McDonald's or McHire.com. We'd love to have you on the team.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. I'm loving it.
Stopped on down. Westfall will start the second quarter with the football at their own 47. Back to that play on fourth down in a moment. Everly up under center and hands it to the first man through out near midfield into Unioto territory, just staying low on the carry. I think it was 13. Eli right on the carry. Picks up about 3 just across midfield. Yeah, let's give him 4. Second down and 6. I think, and again, easy to set up here. I think Isaac Coy was rolling to his right. I think if he turns it up, he could have got the first down running with it.
Yeah, I think safely maybe could have got about 5 or 6, but I mean he did have a guy behind the defense. Yeah,
the ball he had Long open on the scramble, and when he kind of just wanted to make sure he got there and lobbed it, it kind of floated on him, and Long wasn't able to catch it before he ran out of bounds. His foot was on the line. Second down and 6 for the Mustangs. Back to the pistol. Joey Wright on the run, left side, pushing forward. And good little better. Oh, wow. Late block there. One of the Shermans knocked down well after the play. But no call. That was way downfield. Joey Wright picked up about 2 more. Call it third down. Yeah, it's third and a short 4 or a long 3, whether you're an optimist or a pessimist there. In Unioto territory, just underway second quarter. Sherman's lead at 7-0.
I don't see Westfall going up top again like they did down earlier when it's third down and 3. I think you can see them keeping it on the ground.
They got flanker to the left, flankers to the right, 2 wide receivers, Eberly in the pistol. They do run it left side, and I think it's going to be a first down, just putting his head down straight ahead on the carry.
I know Coach Stepp, he loves to air it out and then let it fly, but he's figured out that everything's up inside, Greg. There's not really anything they're getting much on the edge. It seems like Westfall, everything between the tackles, they're getting everything up front, and they're getting some push.
Just enough for the first down. Move it to the 43 of Unioto. First, I believe it was Joey Wright on the carry.
Yes.
Yeah, Wright. Wright has got pretty good speed, but he's a big, I think he weighs about 180, 185. But he puts his head down, stays low. He's getting at it. He gets those extra couple yards, and he did it on that play. Now Unioto coming up a little closer to the line of scrimmage. Wright breaks to the left side to the 40, breaks loose 30, right down the sidelines to the 20, hit at the 11, and inside the 10-yard line. Mustangs are going to have a first and goal to go as Joey Wright got inside and into the outside for a big carry on that one.
And I can't be more impressed, Greg, with this offensive line for Westfall. I mean, they're opening up holes, and Wright's hitting them hard, so That's a 34-yard gain.
To the 9-yard line, 1st and goal. Eberly quickly to the line of scrimmage. They give it off to right again. He's to this, maybe the 8 or the 7, but pushed back very quickly. Westfall tried to go hurry up. Now Eberly will come over to the sidelines, talk to Coach Stepp with the play. 9:33 to play until halftime. 7-0 Unioto, but Westfall knocking on the door.
Shermans are kind of down on one knee a little bit. They look a little gassed.
I'm still not sure. Mentally, when Braden got hurt on the very first play, they kind of got, I think they were down a little bit, but it's the next guy up. They got to step up here. Not a whole lot of gain on that, maybe 1 yard there for Wright.
He is standing up on the sideline, though.
2nd and goal to go. 2 receivers split to the right side, including Sparks, Eberly's favorite receiver. Eberly fakes, rolls to the left, wants to run. Still running, and he's going to lose yardage outside the 10-yard line. Tried to fake it. He wanted to get outside. They love to use his speed, but so far, Westfall, obviously, from the way we're describing it, very effective inside the tackles, but not able to get outside, Mike.
Exactly. With that speed, I think, with the Shermans, you're going to have to hit it up inside like they have been, I think, to get anything, Greg, and 3, 4, 5 yards, that's all you want. But right now, 3rd down and goal from the 11.
Yep, from the 11, you're right.
This is a tall task.
Well, remember, Eberly has played quarterback since week number 3, but Pottix was their quarterback. And then Eberly took over, so he hasn't had his, but again, he's a great runner. 2 running backs. Eberly fakes, rolls to the right, throws into the flat. He's got a man wide open, and it's into the end zone. Very poor coverage by Unioto. They just simply ran a guy out of the backfield, got it to him about 3 yards down, and they get the touchdown. And was that Wright that caught it?
Number 13.
13, it was Wright. You got one thing, you got a 50-50 chance.
You know what? That's pretty good poise, though. I mean, he had a lot of pressure on him when he rolled out, and man, the pass was on the money.
So we're going to the catch just coming out of the backfield. Eli Wright, they got him in the flat about 5 yards out, and he turned it up field and ran right into the end zone over a couple of Shermans. Extra point attempt by Deskins. Late snap, but the kick is up, and the kick is good. Got a late signal from the officials, and how about that? 8:49 till halftime. We're all tied. Westfall 7, Unioto 7. Tomlinson Insurance, SVC, Game of the Week.
Our employees certainly get the credit for that growth. The relationships that they build, people want to deal with people they can trust, they know, feel connected to. And I think that's where a community bank such as Kingston really shines. The color of money is the same no matter where you go, but I think the people behind it is what makes the difference. Having the empathy to understand what's going on in someone's business or personal lives and how you might be able to help it. I think our customers expect that, want that, and truthfully, they deserve that.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people, all to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Guessing they have onside kicked it at least 9 times this year. They did it 3 times against Logan Elm, and you got to be ready.
I'm definitely not kicking it deep to those two. I mean, whether you pooch it, like you said, or onside kick it, don't kick the ball deep to these two.
Zickafoos, one of those, back deep. Eskin steps forward, and the kick, and he does kick it on the ground. Unioto just falls on it at their own 44-yard line.
I think they're going to take their chances against the Shermans from close to midfield for the fact that.
Yeah, they're not going to kick it down.
No.
I didn't look to see who else besides Jackson Zickafoos was deep. Sometimes they put their outstanding freshman, Braden Harsha, back there.
It was Harsha.
Yeah,
he was back there.
He's going to hear that name quite a bit in the future for Unioto. 44. Well, you look where teams have started. Unioto began at their own 47. Westfall began at their own 48. Westfall at their own 47, now Unioto their own 44. Field position has been good for both teams. Sherman's man in motion is Beam. And keeping it as Coy looking for running room. Not much, but he breaks a tackle out across midfield. Nice run by Isaac Coy, using his legs tonight. Of course, when you got Cody Braden back there, you don't need him to run a lot, but when Braden getting hurt, Coy is running the ball, and it looked like maybe a gain of 0 or 1, and he got 7 or 8. Well, if you're the Shermans, Westfall all of a sudden, they got momentum. They got, they're out there thinking, we can play with these guys. We're tied, and there's not much time left.
They got deep earlier and missed a field goal.
Right. But if you're the Shermans, you want to answer right now. Looks like they've gone back to a more normal split in their offensive line. Long splits out on the wing to the right side. Coy fakes, going to run with it right side. 45 breaks loose. A nice tackle by Westfall. Looked like he was off to the races. But an excellent tackle by Humphrey of Westfall, sophomore. It is a first down, but I think Coy had about another 10 yards if Humphrey hadn't made that shoestring tackle. To the 40-yard line. New set of downs for the Shermans, who began at their own 44. First down at the Westfall 40. Under 8 minutes to play till halftime. We're tied 7-7 in a good one here. Shermans come out. They put a flanker to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Back still in the pistol. Long goes in motion. Waiting for Long, who's behind. Looks like Long was almost behind center. And now we got another illegal procedure against Unioto. Not sure what's going on. That's about
a lot of shifts and a lot of movement, and I just kind of think that basically someone couldn't stay home for that long.
Yeah, somebody moved. Long went in motion, but he came up right almost between the center and the guard behind him, almost if he was under center as a quarterback. And they were moving people around, but in doing so, somebody moved before the snap. Welsh goes out to the right side. They've actually got 2 receivers to the right. Zickafoos all by himself to the left. Man in motion is Long. Comes right back on 1st and 15. Now Coy hands it off to the right side. A little bit of running room, almost 5 yards, and a good tackle. And again, second team running back Henry Villette on the carry. Almost got back the 5 they had on penalty. So got 4 of it back. Second down and 11. Villette comes out of the game. Second and 11. Right now, Westfall, their best offensive receiver and defensive back, Sparks, is coming out. He's one-on-one on Zickafoos. I still think much for that quick out and pump fake. Coy under center, straight ahead on the run, trying to break it to the outside, to the 40, cut inside to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, and to the 20. Excellent speed on the wing back around, and the handoff to, we talked about that great freshman, Braden Harsha, and he's got some speed. Nice job as a freshman, Harsha. They just faked the handoff and brought the wing back around from the far side of the field, handed it to him, and he got around the corner.
Big play. I mean, that was a 20-yard pickup.
New set of downs for Unioto at the Westfall 20-yard line. Tied 7-7. Pitch to the right side. They want to run it with Harsha. Breaks it in at the 20, back at the 15, and knocked down around the 10-yard line near the first down marker. From our vantage, it looks like he, as a freshman, again, he's played all year long, but Mike, he reads his blocks well.
He does. He runs patient, and that's another 12-yard gain for him. 2 carries for 32 yards.
So you got Cody Braden out with the injury. They're probably a chance to be an all-Ohio running back, and other guys are stepping up now in a 7-7 ball game. First and goal to go. Back of the pistol. Man in motion is Long. Coy. And Coy will hand it to Harsha, right side, breaks to the outside, and he's going to maybe lose yardage. Now, fighting for yardage, and couldn't tell if he was out of bounds when he took a hit there by one of the Mustangs. Gained a few yards. Eight to the 5, 3 yards on the carry. Second down and goal from the 5-yard line. Under 5 minutes to play until the half. 7-7 ball game. Sherman scored in the first quarter. Mustangs scored in the second quarter on their last possession. Harsha will stay in the backfield with Coy. 3 receivers to the left side. Coy runs to the left, looking, wants to throw, throws in the corner of the end zone, and a great catch. Touchdown, and guess who? I think it's Mr. Zickenfuss again. Excellent pass by Coy. Great job by Zickenfuss getting right to the pylon and keeping his feet inside the pylon for a 5-yard touchdown pass. He's got both scores tonight.
It was a great route. I mean, he basically broke it off and great time with the pass. He was wide open.
Extra point attempt by Maffey. A little bit of a high snap. Kick is up. Plenty of distance. Distance goes about halfway to the circle wheel on that kick, but it's good. Timeout on the field. Unioto comes right back. They get a big score with 4:32 to go to halftime. It's Unioto 14, Westfall.
Looking for a job that works with your life? Your local McDonald's is now hiring. Join a team that's all about flexibility, growth, and a fun, fast-paced work environment.
At McDonald's, we're more than just burgers. We're part of the community. From supported local events to helping neighbors in need, we're proud to give back.
Apply today at your local Chill Coffee or Waverly McDonald's or makehire.com. We'd love to have you on the team.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. I'm loving it.
Greg Bingham and Mike Strasbaugh here at the home of the Shermans, Unioto. Westfall giving the Shermans a battle tonight. Unioto on a 56-yard touchdown drive to retake the lead 14-7. They will kick it off to Westfall, and we still have 4.5 minutes to play until halftime. Again, if you joined us late, outstanding running back Cody Braden got 11 yards on his first carry of the night, but was injured and has not returned to the game. Now, he's on the sidelines walking, and he's still got a limp, and I'm sure if there's any kind of danger at all, they're not going to put him in. Although being a senior, I know he wants to get back in the game. Matthew kicks it off. Long end-over-end kick. Westfall will let it go over their head and into the end zone. They'll bring it out and start at their own 20.
It's a pretty good weapon when you can kick the ball in the end zone.
Absolutely. Don't forget next week, Hank FM, WXIZ, we will have a playoff game for you. Obviously, we need to wait till, well, officially, I think it comes out Sunday or Monday, but we should know something later tonight or tomorrow morning. But obviously, Unioto is in. I think Zane Trace is in no matter what happens tonight. And a chance that Huntington, if they win, I'm pretty sure Huntington is in, but they play Piketon tonight. But I think there's still a chance if they would lose, they could get in. Of course, Westfall thinking, hey, we could get to a lot of points if we could beat Unioto.
I think Westfall can get in if they could win tonight.
From their own 20, Eberly back in the pistol. Hands it off left side, 20-yard line. This time stuffed up maybe 2 or 3 yards. As looked like Joey Wright just put that head down and bowled straight ahead. I see 13, Eli Wright as well. Not sure whether Eli or Joey carried that one. I'll just say Wright carried it.
That was Joey.
I think Eli was actually lined up at a flanker position that time. So it was the senior Joey Wright. Boy, what a week he had last week against Piketon. Astronomical numbers for Joey last week. Give him 3 to the 23, 2nd and 7. Man in motion, that's Henley. Comes over to the right side. They're loaded to the right. They'll roll to the right. Throw back to the left. A high pass with some running room again. And now knocked down short of the first down. That was a play that went on 3rd and I think it was 2nd and 15, and they picked up about 14. A little bit of a bubble pass. And again, I think it was out to Sparks.
That looked like it was going to be big yards. And Unioto got there and basically made a nice tackle because it looked like it was set up well.
About 4. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. 3rd and a short 3. They're at the, well, let's call it 2 because they're at the 28. They can get a first down at the 30. See if they go straight ahead with the big guy, Joey Wright. They stay in the pistol. And they give it to Joey Wright. Left side pushing, and I think he came up short. Official on this side says he is short. And now
does Coach Stepp want to give the ball back?
I think it's
Man, this is big if you go for this in your own territory. Looks like about, inside of a yard,
Unioto calls timeout. Yeah, it's just inside a yard for a first down. It's
I almost
fourth
feel
down.
like Coach Stepp may go ahead and say, hey, I don't want to give the ball back.
3 minutes, 2:59, Mike. It's a tough one for Coach Stepp.
It is. But it looked like, Unioto found something, harshest speed, and I think, putting him a running back. He's like a threat, a home run threat, and you can tell. I mean, maybe they found something there too, Greg. So he may be thinking about that as well. Do I want to give the ball back to the Shermans? Man, this is a tough call.
It is. So Westfall has to decide. Well, the ball is just about halfway across the stripe with the 29, so they've got, I'd say, 2 feet, 2/3 of a yard to go. They can.
If you don't get it.
Well, if you don't get it, you set Unioto up with 3 minutes to score.
If you get it, maybe you can just run the clock out even if you don't score. But
I think they'll go for it. I'm kind of like you. I don't think Coach Stepp wants to give the ball back to Unioto.
I 100% agree with you. And I'd do the same thing if I were him. They get it or, whether they get it or not, I completely agree with the move here.
Now, they are in a pistol. They're not up under center, I don't think. Now Eberle does move up under center. They go with the power I with both the rights behind Eberle. Eberle under center, 4th and short. And he will give it to the first man through, and I think he got it. First man, the fullback through. Now, Unioto's saying they stopped him, but I think where the officials got his foot is on the line. And I'll tell you what,
by much.
Barely.
Yeah.
By half the football, a first down. That kind of came, and I thought he had the first down, but it kind of came down to the spot. But the side official right away went in, put his foot on the yard line, said he made it.
There was almost no question he came in.
So set of downs, Westfall gambling a bit, keeps the football down by 7. Under center again, Eberle. Pitches left side, on the run right. Hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back. Unioto did a good job that time of filling up the hole. And they gain maybe a half yard. Oh, we'll give him to the 31. 2nd down and 9, but the clock keeps running. 2:21, 2:20. Unioto does get the football to start the second half. They
have one
deferred.
timeout left. Yeah, if you're Westfall, you just want to get the locker room 14-7.
They are just across their own 30. Letting the play clock, still 12 seconds on the play clock. Eberle's back in a pistol. Unioto looks like they want to bring some blitzers in. Eberle looks, hands it off, and a couple yards on the carry. That's Eli right on that carry. And it'll be 3rd down. Tell you what, one thing about the rights, Eli and Joey, I think they got 2 yards, and they wind up getting 4. And a lot of our running backs, I thought Braden does a good job of that. Certainly Bryce Johnson for St. Trace. Guys that strong legs stay low, and they're able to kind of push that pile, stay low, and instead of getting stood up, able to push forward. It's 3rd down and 6. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm trying to probably keep it on the ground, but, I mean, they do have one timeout here, the Shermans, so they will call a timeout immediately if it's on the ground.
And now Westfall's going to have to call a timeout because the play clock was coming down to 1 second. They'll call on 3rd and 6. They call a timeout. And this is another big decision. Do you keep it on the ground? You keep the clock running. As you said, Union has only one timeout. You put it in the air. Now, something they have been able to do and put it in the air is that quick bubble screen to their split end, Landon Sparks. It was successful for 14 and the other time for 5 or 6.
Yeah, that one was 5 or 6, could have been 15 or 20.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a great reaction by Union's defense. It was well blocked.
And that's a fairly safe pass.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's incomplete. Usually they're not going to have a defender out there. You got 3 linemen, and it's another situation. I mean, that's one thing I like about Coach Stepp. The years we've talked to him, been around him, he does not. He plays to win, and that's what I like about him as a coach. He's not going to play. What they say? Word not to lose. He's going to play to win the game. I don't know right here where we're at with him on this one, but it's kind of a big play for the half.
Yeah, it is. One timeout for Unioto. 3rd down and 6. Eberle in the pistol. 1 running back. He's got 3 receivers to the right. He wants to throw. Now he's running. Now he's going to throw it deep down the middle, and he's got a man. Oh, great defensive play at the last second by Unioto. You had a man. That's a great pass by Eberle, And it looked like it was going to get caught. That was, again, his primary receiver. He likes to throw to Sparks. Sparks got a hand on it. And I'm going to credit the hand that got in there. It was Jack Weingartner that knocked it away. Well, that stops the clock with 1:03. Unioto will have a chance for a punt return. So, back to punt, Westfall. Trailing 14-7. Good snap. Kick is away, and a high end-over-end punt coming down. They're going to let it bounce, and it bounces to Zickafoos to the 35. Zickafoos to the 40. Going to reverse his field. Now straight ahead, 45. Holy cow, to the 50. 45 down the sidelines and out of bounds. It's like trying to catch a chicken or a jackrabbit. It's unbelievable.
It's like a jitterbug, man. He's just like.
He changed his direction 3 times.
I think the thing about it, he literally stopped twice and just looked at everybody, and they stopped. You know what I mean? The punt coverage team stopped when he stopped. It was just kind of like, okay, now what's next? And he got the corner again, man. That was.
Jackson Zickafoos, he has both touchdowns tonight. Going to mark him down at the Westfall 31 with 48 seconds remaining. Well, Unioto would love to get another score, get a 2-score lead, head it in, and get the ball back to start the second half.
39 yards on that punt return.
You know, I thought he was going to catch it in the air. He let it bounce and had, that shows he's a pretty good baseball player. I think a shortstop, and you could tell from that he kind of short-hopped the ball into bounce and then took off. The line really with wide splits. Coy's going to go back to pass. Now he's rolling to his right. Looking. Oh, he's got a man wide open. His Harsha all by himself at the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Unioto. The freshman, Braden Harsha. And what a job by Isaac Coy. Rolled to his right. Looked at the receiver. Looked at a second receiver. Harsha broke his pattern off and went down the left sidelines. He was wide open. Coy laid it in 1-play drive for the Shermans of 31 yards. And just like that, it's 20-7. Wow. Well, we're talking a lot about Jackson Zickafoos, but remember the name Braden Harsha. He's really sparked them with an offense with Braden being hurt here tonight. Good snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Well, Westfall tried to run the clock down, but as Mike said, they didn't want to give the ball back to Unioto, and that's why. Touchdown for the Shermans, and we're going to take a quick timeout, just 38 seconds till halftime. You're listening to the Tomlinson Insurance.
Looking for a job that works with your life? Your local McDonald's is now hiring. Join a team that's all about flexibility, growth, and a fun, fast-paced work environment.
At McDonald's, we're more than just burgers. We're part of the community. From supported local events to helping neighbors in need, we're proud to give back.
Apply today at your local Chillicothe or Waverly McDonald's or makehire.com. We'd love to have you on the team.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. I'm loving it.
Well, Westfall done a great job. They had tied the game 7-7. Unioto drove it 56 yards. Westfall, again, Mike talked about having when you kick the ball in the end zone, Westfall had to start at their 20. They tried to run the clock out, finally had to punt it with less than a minute. Did a great job. But Zickafoos, who has been, he has been all over the place with a great punt return of 30-plus yards. And then 1 play, Coy rolling to his right, looking, stopped, looked back to the backside to his left, found Harsha. Harsha caught it at about the 7 or 8, made a little move with the one defender right inside of him and took it into the end zone. And 3 touchdown passes for Isaac Coy, 21-7 Shermans, and they kick it off with Matthew. High end-over-end kick all the way back, taken at the 5-yard line. Westfall out to the 10, moving to the right side, not a lot of room, and running out of bounds with it. I think that was right on the return.
It's almost like Harsha, just the speed, and this kid does not play like a freshman.
Well, we'll talk a little bit about it, but again, I know I'm kind of beating a dead horse, but Cody Braden, who we talked about all his numbers, hurt on his first carry after running for 11 yards.
I mean,
they went to Villette. Then they moved David Long for a couple of plays, and you made the comment they put Harsha at the running back, and when they did that, with his speed, that really made a difference.
Yeah, I mean, the fact you don't have to sustain a block as long, and and he would get the edge. And I mean, he's a yards after catch guy too, as far as receiving. You can hit him out of the backfield, passes, and he's a problem.
Moore splits to the left side. Westfall spreads it out, but they're at their own 15 with 33 seconds. Eberle will hand it off to Wright. A little bit of running room to across the 20, out near the 25, near the first down marker. Yeah, and I think they're going to call the first down and move the chains. And now we got a late flag. Carry was for 9 yards out to the 24. 25 seconds. It is not a first down, and now we got a late flag far side of the field. Let's wait and see. The officials are going to huddle. One of those involved was one of the players was Daquan James of the Shermans. He kind of threw his hands up in the air like, hey. Now the
Sharks timeout. Westfall, their final timeout. We have dead ball, personal foul, 86, dead ball, personal foul, 74, those penalties offset, second down.
All right.
So no unsportsmanlike, nothing like that, to where you have to worry about getting another one, having to sit out and all that. So I'm going to say no harm, no foul. Is that okay to say? But
well, there was a Westfall used their final timeout with 25 seconds. Wright picked up 9 yards. And then after the play, dead ball, and one of them was called on Daquan James for Unioto, and I think maybe Russ Callahan picked up the offsetting personal foul personal foul for Westfall. So offsetting after the play was over. So as Mike said, no harm, no. Well, I don't know if there was harm, but there's no foul.
Yeah, that's. How do you say that?
I don't know. I don't have any idea. I was trying to think it through, but
it really doesn't work like that in basketball. As a basketball official, it's.
Both of them would shoot free throws. Right?
Yeah. So it's a whole different situation.
At the 24, 9 yards on that carry for Joey Wright. 25 seconds remain. Unioto with 2 back-to-back scores have taken the lead 21-7 over the Mustangs. Eberle will hand it off and pick up across the 30, about 6 yards on the carry. Right to ball carry out across the 30. Clock's going to run, and I don't think Westfall's going to try to run it. Eberle's headed to the sidelines. Boy, there's still a lot of talking going on right now, and Russ Callahan, Westfall's got to be careful. And they're going to let the clock run down. Eberle goes to the sidelines, and that will end the first half. Halftime here at Unioto on senior night. The Shermans and Mustangs were tied 7-7, but Unioto with 2 unanswered touchdowns, and we've reached intermission. It's Unioto 21, Westfall 7. You're listening to Tomlinson Insurance SVC Game of the Week. We'll come back with a recap of the scoring and stats right after this 2-minute time.
Stressed? Overstimulated? Smash it out at Recreations. Rec plates in our rage room, fling paint in the splatter zone, then strike a pose in the selfie studio. Chaos, creativity, and content. Let's get messy.
Oh, my mower won't start. I know what to do. Take it to Matheny's Small Engine Repair, located on Savageville School Road in between Jackson and Chillicothe. Matheny's is now an official Encore dealer with both new commercial and residential models on display. They'll get you up and mowing.
The Lunchbox in Chillicothe, home of the famous pretzel sandwich. Enjoy all-day breakfast, fresh lemonade shake-ups, and a big menu for a small space. Visit us at 24 East Water Street or call 740-775-8624. Delivery, dine-in, and carry-out are available.
And businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health. We tailor coverage that fits your world. With multiple carriers to meet your insurance.
We're going to slow things down a bit with Adams dancing queen. Of the Ohio versus Marching 110. Watch the studio band members move and groove to Ain't It Good.
to it and they'll schedule accordingly. So there's a lot of things you can and can't do, but we don't restrict you from not having a scrimmage, except you can only have 2 scrimmages and they probably used them up. So we don't restrict you from playing that week if you haven't had a game, but you want to have a game through 10 to qualify.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world. With multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
Back with you at halftime. Greg Big and Mike Straw's ball, where Unioto leads it here in intermission. Both teams back out warming up right now, just about 2.5 minutes away from the second half kickoff. Unioto deferred, assuming they will take the football to start the second half, again up 21-7. See if I can put up the scores. Miami Trace was beating Washington Courthouse in the FAC. Jackson leading Chillicothe 14-0. That was at halftime. Jackson trying to finish out another FAC championship against a good Cavaliers team. By the way, that Cavalier team is already qualified no matter what happens tonight for the playoffs. Some other scores. We told you Miami Trace beating Washington Courthouse. Piketon is up on, all of a sudden I lost my scores, but Piketon was up on Huntington. Huntington, if they win, they got an awfully good chance. I think they were 12th coming in the region. It's the top 12 make the playoffs. Now, there is a chance they could lose and still make it, and again, that depends on teams behind them and what happens otherwise around the area and some of the other scores. 14-0 Jackson over Chillicothe. That's just starting the third quarter. Miami Trace 21-0 at the half over Washington Courthouse. Here, of course, Unioto 21-7. Paint Valley at halftime leads Southeastern. That game being played at Paint Valley. It's the Bearcats 19. Both those Bearcats looking for the first win, I think, of the year. Southeastern does have a couple wins, but neither have a league win, and Paint Valley up by 2 scores. Around the area, Portsmouth West trailing Wheelersburg. It's Wheelersburg 35-12 over the Senators at halftime. This is a bit of a surprise. Circleville has had a good year, but Bloom Carroll, leading the league, has not lost a league game, and the Tigers are leading at halftime at Bloom Carroll 13-7. Piketon, well, I said that in Huntington. They are quick strike ball club. They have several athletes. They have come back to take the lead. Huntington at half, 16, Piketon 15, that game being played in Huntington. And I think that's pretty much all the scores. Hillsborough 27-8 over McLean, and the only other score that we have. Well, Mike Unioto gets the football to start the second half. That was a huge score and 30-some seconds left to give them a 2-score lead. And, I think there was nothing wrong, but I still think you made the comment. I agree with you. I think when their star running back got hurt on the first play of the game, it took them a little bit mentally to get going, and they did eventually.
It did. I mean, he's a leader. He's one of the captains of the team. It's just, I think more than anything. Also, I mean, let's face it. Now, since they've seen him up, kind of trying to get loosened up and running on the sideline, I think his teammates kind of breathe a sigh of relief that. We're not going to say everything's okay, but it might have been some kind of a situation. He tweaked it, but in a way, it's good to see him up kind of stretching out and trying to run and do some things on the sideline. So
I'm sure long, and he doesn't look 100%, but you're right. He's moving around, and again, we're talking about Cody Braden, but he's moving around, and as long as they can keep the lead, if they could get a bye week next week, Unioto, and that would certainly help hopefully in his recovery. We're ready to go. Westfall's going to kick it off. They kick it off on the ground, a line drive. Unioto lost it at first, and now they get back on it. Didn't try to pick it up, tried to fall on it, didn't get it, and now they'll get it. But a little better field position. Last time Westfall did that, Unioto fell on it and started at the 44. This time they're going to start inside their 35. Put it down, I believe. Let's see, we're going to spot it to 33. Again, Westfall just not wanting to kick it deep, and you can see what happened when they punted the ball to Zickafoos near the end of the first half. That time kicking it on the ground. Shermans will have it. Isaac Coy had a good first half, and right off the bat, what do we got? It's a sideline official on the far side. I'm not sure what's going on. Well, we talked about those splits for the line of Unioto. And Glenn Stottridge, one of their linemen, was not on the line of scrimmage, so they're going to have to start out 1st and 15. Here comes the blitz for Westfall, chasing Coy, rolling to his left, throwing it into the flats. And it was caught before it went out of bounds. They're going to gain maybe a yard or two on the play, but it avoided. Nice catch by Long, and Isaac Coy avoided the blitz, got it out to Long. And we're going to call it no gain on the catch, but still better than a 10-yard loss for the quarterback getting sacked. So it's going to be 2nd and 15. Well, not what you wanted if you were the Shermans coming out and get ready to go, and you're called for an illegal. Somebody wasn't on the line of scrimmage and put you in a 1st and 15. Of course, they lead 21-7, just underway in the second half. Long went out of bounds after the catch. The clock stopped. They're going to run it around the left side. Beam on the run, not much running room. Now he tries to skip forward, brought down by 4 white jerseys. He got maybe 2 yards to the 30 and going to be 3rd and long for Unioto. Very similar play what they ran with Harsha and once with Zickafoos. That time they tried it with Levi Beam. Came from his slot position, around from the right back to the left. They handed it to him, but he didn't have a lot of running room. Good job up front. Couple of those big dudes for Westfall up front. Mason Halderman. We talked a little bit about Russ Callahan, who's probably the biggest player on the field, one of those big linemen for the Mustangs. 3rd and 13. Westfall blitzes from the outside. They throw to the sidelines. Wide open, but he overthrew him. I don't think Beam could have got turned and got a first down, but Coy threw it over Beam's head, incomplete. And Unioto will come out, and because they lined up wrong and got a 5-yard penalty, it's going to be a quick 3-and-out and punt for Unioto. Just what Westfall needed. They couldn't afford, Mike, for Unioto to go down and get up by 3 scores.
Yeah, I think Coach Stepp couldn't ask for anything more. I mean, behind the sticks, and now they're punting, and Westfall has a chance to get the ball and start the second half. Basically start the second half. Basically in less than a minute ran off the clock.
Yeah, the pass out of bounds, an incomplete pass, so not a lot of time. Ran off less than a minute. Unioto will punt it. Not much of a rush. Excellent high punt coming down and bounces it to 40, down to the 35 at Westfall, the 34, maybe the 33. Eberly, the quarterback, was back deep. He let it go, and Westfall with pretty good field position. Well, Unioto began at their 33. Westfall likewise will have their first second half possession at their own 33-yard line as they bring the offense back out.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Westfall, if they have to open it up a little bit. Or, I mean, they don't have to be in any hurry to open it up at all, but just see if they come out, like you said, a little smash mouth football and run at Unioto a little bit.
They weren't able to get Eberly loose, their quarterback. They couldn't run wide real well. They did have 2 nice quick passes to their outside receiver, but everything else inside the tackles with his big running backs, Joey and Eli Wright. Eberly and the pistol, their first play, will hand it off right side, 33, 35, an easy 5 yards. Nice jump move there on the run by Joey Wright. Wright gets 5 on first down. Well, Westfall had at least 2 drives. Well, they had one. They missed a field goal to 30-some yards, so they had driven it down around the 15. And the other drive, they scored a touchdown. So they've been able. It's not like they've been stuck in their own territory all night long. And they have a good 5-yard gain on first down. Stay ahead of the chain, 2nd and 5. Slot to the right side. And they'll fake it. Eberle's going to run it himself. Tries to get outside, and he's hit short of the first down. When Eberle, the quarterback, faked it to right that time. Kept it, tried to break quickly to the outside. Unioto closed. It's at the 40-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Play being sent in, and now Eberle, who normally goes to the sideline, is the quarterback to get the play.
Kind of another big play for Westfall just to keep control of the
Yeah,
football.
you don't want to go 3 and out. We have right back. And again, they may go, if they don't get it, they might be in 4-down territory, down by 14. Both running backs off either side of the hip of the quarterback, Eberle in the pistol. Eberle hands it first guy through, and, well, they had him stop, but now the pile keeps moving forward, and it's still moving forward. Wright was stopped shy. He needed 3 yards for first down. He got 2. He was a yard shy, and he winds up gaining about 5 more. And I tell you what, that actually wound up being a tush push in a sense, didn't it? It did. Because Wright was staying low, and he got a couple of those big linemen behind him. They were just pushing.
Yeah, I mean, everything they're kind of getting. They're not getting big yards, but everything's kind of between the tackles, 3, 4, 5 yards. And, I mean,
basically up front, probably Westfall was a little bigger and stronger up front, wouldn't you say, in the from the front line?
Well,
Now,
I mean, Unioto's done a great job up front. It's just 3 or 4 yards. There are no big plays.
Eberle hands the left side. Now they got penetration in the backfield. Big play. Let me try to get that number. That's 21 of Unioto. Great play. Jacob Renner. Renner came from the backside. I don't know whether it was Eli Wright or Joey Wright that carried it. But Renner came in from behind from the backside and got around the legs, and a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11. Not sure what's going on with the officials right now.
Yeah, it looks like a flag. It might have been a sideline warning over on this side this time. That's 1 for each now.
Westfall will come back out. They got a split receivers left and right, 2 flankers, a little different formation. Single running back out of the pistol. Man in motion, they got 3 blockers to the right side, and they run it to the left side with Wright, breaks up the middle, pushing, they can't get him down. He got 5 yards. He's just running over top of yellow jerseys right now, and he took a 5-yard gain into about a 8-yard gain and near a first down.
He's got that low center of gravity, but he's put together. He's a big, strong kid, and he gets, like you said, he gets low. You said earlier, Greg, he gets low.
You're Unioto. I don't know what will happen next week. I'm hoping this power running game is working for Westfall. This straight off right guard this time. Yeah, pick up. I guess they did not get a first down on the run by Joey Wright. Now they do. Well, Unioto come out with 3 and out. And now Westfall began this at their own 33, and they're into Unioto territory at the Unioto 38-yard line, and Unioto's got to find some way with that inside group to stop Mr. Wright from running straight ahead and turning those 2-yard gains into 6-yard gains because he won't go down. Now Hanley is the up back, a fullback. They could go Eberle under center in an I formation with Hanley the up back and Wright behind him in an old-fashioned I formation. 1st and 10, a little bit of a mix-up. They pitch it to Wright off the left side, and he's brought down. Now he's pushed back the other way finally by Unioto. Looked like the timing was off a little bit on that play, and they wind up losing a yard. 2nd and 11 for Westfall. We're in the 3rd quarter, down to 7 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Unioto leading 21-7. That was our halftime score.
Yeah, I mean, Westfall rushed the ball 21 times in the first half, and that's already their 8th rushing play of the second half on their first drive.
The sideline official stopping. I think one of the Unioto players had to tie his shoe, so they stopped the clock momentarily. And now they started up again. 2nd and 11 for the Mustangs in Unioto territory, trailing 21-7. Westfall able really to run inside the tackles pretty effectively tonight. But again, it's going to take long drives when you do that. They put a man in motion. That's right. Give it to Eli Wright, left side. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Good penetration by the Shermans. And Eli Wright looked like he was going to be no gain. Maybe fell forward. I'm going to give him a yard and bring it back to the original line of scrimmage and call it 3rd down and 10. Just inside the 39 of Unioto, 3rd and long. Now, will they put it up? One of their best pass plays has been that bubble screen to Sparks. We'll see if they go to that on their passing play. They also like to hit right out of the backfield if they can get Unioto in a blitz situation, try to get that running back into the flat. Now they send a receiver out to the right. Eberle in the pistol. Will fake, throw it to the left side. They go back to that bubble screen, looking for running room, and down the sidelines, knocked out of bounds, and that's been a very effective play tonight. Same play that they ran 3 times to Landon Sparks, just a Kirk bubble screen inside, like almost a look-in pass, and he breaks it back to the outside.
Like Callahan, number 74 for Westfall. I mean, that was a great block he had out there. I mean, he basically cleared 3 guys. I mean, the thing is, Unioto's, they're standing up pretty good there. Actually, it's just kind of just a grinding situation, 3 yards, 4 yards. I mean, they're standing their ground. It's just enough yardage to get first downs.
Well, I'm by far a genius, but that is the pretty much only pass play that's worked for Westfall. And on 3rd and 10, I'd say the chances were 9 out of 10 they were going to run that play, and I am surprised Unioto really kind of wasn't ready. It was just well blocked. You said Callahan got out there from the line. They got a block for Sparks, and he got the first down for it, got him down. Excellent job by Westfall. They're going to pitch it to the running back right side. He's got running room, breaks up the middle on an end around. I got a flanker around, and it was to Wright, Eli Wright, and they pick up another good yardage inside the 20, and I think they got another first down, did they not? They did. 10 yards on the carry. They're inside the Unioto 20-yard line. 21-7, Westfall trying to get back within 1 score. Unioto's defense kind of hand on their hips. They scored those 2 touchdown with 30-some seconds to go in the half. Kind of went in comfortable, 21-7, but Westfall's not going away. So inside the 20-yard line, a new set of down. Nobody back there with Eberle. He throws it out onto the left flat, and it's dropped by Wright. That was a kind of a quick screen. They were going to use a single blocker as a wide receiver, throw it in the flat to Joey Wright, give him a blocker in front of him, but he wasn't able to hang on to it. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
And I think that's one thing. Unioto now, it's 2nd and 10. They'll probably stand up, and it's going to be tough now for Westfall. I mean, they'll converting, they're probably going to go through the air. It's going to be tough to get yards with these guys with the penetration they're getting anytime you try to pass.
Ball just inside the 18, 2nd and 10, 21-7, but Westfall driving. This is our first series of the second half. We're down to 5 minutes left, 3rd quarter. They move their tight end to the left side. They're overloaded to the left side with a single running back, and they'll pitch it left on the run. Wright breaks tackle, breaks the 2nd tackle, breaks a 3rd tackle to the 5-yard line, and another first down. They can't get Joey Wright down. Nice job by Wright. He was hit about 2 yards up on the pitch to sweep, but he took the tackle in his legs and bounced off of it, then forearmed a second guy. Wright's limping a little bit coming back to the huddle, but he's got a 1st and goal to go outside the 5-yard line.
He is just a load to try to bring down.
Just so lower body strength. Not sure his height. He's not real tall. I think they list him at, 180? But he's hard to get down under, stop him. Goal to go from the 5 for Westfall. Eberle under center. Second man through is Wright, and he got maybe a yard down to the 4.
It's a really physical football game, Greg. I mean, both these teams are going at it. I mean, you want everybody to stay healthy, but it seems like there's somebody kind of limping about every play.
Yeah, no, Eli, it looks like Eli Wright's limping right now.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are getting after it. Clean football game, yep. But just very physical.
Spotted at the 5-yard line, 2nd and goal to go Mustangs. They trail 21-7, trying to get back to within a score here of the Shermans. Unioto got the ball to start the second half, had a 5-yard penalty right off the bat for lining up wrong. It put them in a 1st and 15. They didn't recover, went 3 and out, and now we got a timeout on the field. We're going to take a quick break. 30-second timeout. You're listening to Thomas & Insurance, SVC.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people, all to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank, working together, building success.
The Mustangs not gone away. It was 7-7. Unioto scored with 4.5 minutes to go in the half to go up 14-7, then scored at 38 seconds to make it 21-7. 3 and out to start the second half, and Westfall began this drive in under 4 minutes, and they have methodically driven it down the field from their own 33 to the Unioto 5, where they have second and goal to go. Excuse me. Quinn Eberly, your quarterback, see if he goes under center or pistol. They're going to go in the I formation with Eli Wright in front of Joey Wright. Under center, Eberly from the 5. Fakes, rolls to the right. He's got a chance with his speed. Nobody there. Easy touchdown, Mustangs. Everybody went with the right, Cousins, to the left, and Quinn Eberly could have walked in the end zone on the quarterback keep to the right, and with his speed, it was no problem, and Westfall back within a score. Nice call.
Yeah, it was a great play call with the coach. Nobody was out there, and I mean, you can't help. It's hard to get contained when you kind of got student body left, I'm going to call it, and he kept it and rolled out, and he walked in the end zone.
From our vantage point, as soon as he fake pitched it and went to the right, with his speed, he was going to have no trouble getting into the end zone. Big extra point here with Deskins. Ball is down, and it is blocked. That's a big extra point. Westfall unable to convert. They missed a field goal earlier. They missed the extra point. 3:50 to play in the third quarter. Unioto 21, Westfall 13. You're listening to the Thomas & Insurance SVC Game of the Week.
Looking for a hometown favorite?
If they go down and score, I think the game's over. It's 28-7 probably. But they went 3 and out. Give Westfall credit. A drive of 67 yards. Ground most of it out. Scored on a 5-yard quarterback keep by Eberly, and they're right back in the ballgame.
Yeah, with that late score at the end of the first half, you thought momentum-wise, all with the Shermans starting in the second. Then you get a stop, score, and Westfall won't go away.
Yeah, again, Unioto got to watch for the onside kick. Westfall has onside kicked it probably 8, 9, 10 times this year. And they do it again. And the kick is, I think, recovered by the Shermans. Well, they tried it. Unioto was ready for it, and I think they were able to fall on it. Nice job by somebody up front. We can get the number handing the ball there, and that is 25. That is Judah Zikafus with a big play for Unioto, able to fall on the onside kick.
You got 11 guys coming at you, all at once in a big,
you're going to get hit
in a big wad, and he did not bobble. He did a great job of getting control of that.
Well, what it means, you don't get it, and Unioto gets the ball at their own 48 with great field position. But I think worth a try. If you're Westfall, you're down by 8. Of course, you still got a lot of time left, but again, they've onside kicked it probably 10, 11 times this year, so kind of new. Coy wants to throw it quickly to the outside and an 8-yard and maybe 9-yard pickup. Quickly knocked out of bounds. Welch on the catch near a first down. Give him 9, 2nd down and 1 in Westfall territory. Well, move it to the 43-yard line of Westfall, so 2nd and short. Again, if you joined us late, Cody Braden, outstanding running back for Unioto, 1,000-yard rusher, 40-some career touchdowns, a brand-new record. Got hurt on the first play of the game, has not played. So Unioto's had to adjust to that. Here comes a blitz and a quick pass over the middle, incomplete to Zickafoos. Westfall was coming hard with the blitz. They faked the run, tried to go over the middle, a little bit behind on the pass to Zickafoos. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Shermans. The clock stopped on the incomplete pass, 3:40 to play. In the third quarter, 21-13, Unioto in an 8-point lead. Unioto comes out. They send 2 receivers to the left. They could go with a quick pass to the left. Nobody really covering that second receiver. Instead, they're going to run it around the left side. Harsha's got to first down at the 40. Picked up about 3 or 4. And again, with Braden out of the game, they used Long a little bit. They used Villette. But late in the first half, and here now they're going to the freshman, Braden Harsha, normally a wide receiver, and letting him carry the ball. And he doesn't have the size of Braden, but he's got great speed. And he's the guy back there in the backfield with Isaac Coy. First down at the Westfall 40. Long moves over in motion. Blitz by Westfall. Coy fakes, wants to throw deep. Throws it deep down the right sidelines, and it is incomplete, almost picked off by Westfall. They went with that. They love to do that, fake it, and then go hook and go, or a stop and go pattern. But that's knocked down. It'll be 2nd down and 10. They went for the score there to Zickafoos, but double coverage by Westfall.
Yeah, it's almost like Westfall's playing that too deep, and they're just trying to make sure the big play doesn't happen. Right. But that doesn't mean you can prevent it, because they've actually had a couple.
Well, a lot of they're in with 3 touchdown passes for Coy, but the one to Harsha was a scramble and he got loose. But the Zickafoos ones have been a shorter pass, and then his speed and quickness have been at yards after catch. That time they tried to go straight deep, couldn't do it. 2nd and long. Coy, trap up the middle of the Long fighting for yardage. They faked the end around to Beam, gave it on a little counter play to Long, and he picks up a few. So that moves it down to the 37. A big 3rd down play for the Shermans. Now they're probably in 4-down territory, in Westfall territory, but they lead at 21-13. Would love to make it a 2-score game again, but they're down in 3rd and see what they elect to do here. Zickafoos will come out to the left. He's covered one-on-one over here. But they do have a safety lean to the same side as Zickafoos. Coy fakes, rolls to the right. Rolling, pressure, throws it to the sideline, wide open at the 20, at the 15, down around the 10-yard line, wide open on the pattern. And who made the catch? Was that Beam? It is Levi Beam. Not sure where he lined up to start with, but Coy rolled to the right. He was kind of in between the deep receiver and the running back, and he kind of got in no man's land, and Westfall didn't have him covered. It's 1st and goal right at the 10-yard line. Big pass play by Isaac Coy.
23-yard pickup.
To the 10-yard line, so they got to go the full 10 to get it in, but it is 1st and goal to go in front of the ball, touching the 10-yard line. 2 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Coy in the pistol. High snap, fakes, throws it across the middle, wide open, nobody's there, and it's an easy touchdown. Westfall got mixed up, nobody covered. Number 9, Jack Welsh, he was lined up in the slot. They faked a handoff, and he just ran a quick in pattern in the middle of the field, and there was no Westfall player within a couple yards of him. All he had to do was catch it 1 step into the end zone, and a 10-yard touchdown pass. Isaac Coy's 4th touchdown pass of the night. Extra point now by Mathey. That says a lot about Unioto. That's a big return. They gave up the score, but it's a 1-score game, but they marched down the field. Remember, Westfall tried the onside kick, and it was only a 52-yard drive for the Shermans. Timeout on the field. Kick was good. Unioto 28 and Westfall 13. Back with more of the Thomason Insurance SVC Game of the Week.
Stressed? Overstimulated? Smash it out at Recreations. Rec plates in our rage room, fling paint in the splatter zone, then strike a pose in the selfie studio. Chaos, creativity, and content. Let's get messy.
Oh, my mower won't start. I know what to do. Take it to Matheny's Small Engine Repair, located on Savageville School Road in between Jackson and Chillicothe. Matheny's is now an official Encore dealer with both new commercial and residential models on display. They'll get you up and mowing.
The passing yards are going to wind up being big tonight for Isaac Coy. He's, of course, 4 touchdown passes. And again, you're without your main running back, and they've been able to hit some receivers tonight. Matthew will kick it off. He's been kicking the ball deep. One time into the end zone. This time, this is going to go near the end zone as well. Westfall moves back, and they let it go. It hits at the 1 and goes into the end zone right across the tee for Tanks. And we'll bring it back out to the 20, and Westfall will begin at their own 20-yard line.
Well, you're right. I think he did a great job, Coy, kind of surveying the field on that drive. He had 2 or 3 guys. He kind of looked at his first option, second option, and then found it. And that was a great little seam, kind of an in route there, right on the line, man. It was a beautiful pass and a route, just a seam route, 10 yards, boom.
Remember that third down pass? He rolled to his right and found. Oh, that was Welch too, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, and then the touchdown pass to Welch, where he lined up in the slot, just kind of cut across the middle, in the middle of the end zone, right at the goal line, and I think the linebackers were blitzing it, left that open in the middle for Westfall, and they hit the pass. They're going to fake pitch it, keep it to Eberle, and he's got 5 to the 25. So Eberle faked the pitch. That's a play that he's broken for big yardage. I saw him go 85 yards against Circleville. Saw him go 97 on that play against Paint Valley, where he faked the pitch and then split up the middle inside his guard and tackle. And if he breaks containment up the middle past the linebackers, he's gone. And that time, Unioto was able to catch him after 5 yards. 2nd and 5 Mustangs, moving down to the final minute 15 here in the third quarter. 28-13, Unioto by 2 scores. Westfall sends Moore out to the left. They got 2 receivers to the left, and they'll hand it off to right. Left side, Eli dives forward near the 30, close to a first down, might be just short. Eli right on the carry. And I think he's going to be shy of the first down by a half yard. 3rd and short. So we're just shy of the 30-yard line, just past the 29. 3rd down Mustangs will move down to 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. Slot receiver to the left, wide to the left, another flanker. They are in an I formation and Eberle under center. Down to 12 seconds on the play clock. Eberle first man through, and I don't think he got the first down. Good penetration. Unioto's not done that a lot tonight. Penetration. If Westfall running backs right and right, particularly Joey, if they get 1-2 yards, it becomes 5 because you can't get them down. But that time, it's a loss. And now this is a big play, Mike, because you got 4th down and 1. It's back to the 29. And they're going to let the clock run out, and we'll find out what they do when we start the fourth quarter. That's the end of 3 periods of action here at Unioto. After 3, each team scores once in the third quarter. It's Unioto 28, Westfall 13. Thomason Insurance, SV.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world. With multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
Brought to you by Thomason Insurance, your local McDonald's restaurants, Ross County Banking Center, Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing, Greenwald Lawn and Landscape, The Lunchbox, Recreations, Kingston National Bank, and Monroe's Collision. I didn't see who got that for Unioto, but that could be a Monroe's Collision. Whoever broke inside and hit the right, stopping him for actually a loss of a half yard. Well, it's 4th and 1. You almost have to go for it if you're Westfall. Now, you got Eli and Joey Wright, who's almost unstoppable short yardage. But on that short yardage for their touchdown, they faked it to him and let Eberle go around the end. Do you do that with Eberle, try to get him around the end, or give it to one of those big guys in the backfield, probably Joey Wright. We'll see what Westfall likes to do. They will go for it. Can't hardly turn the ball back to Unioto, just starting the fourth quarter. Under center, Eberly, I formation. Joey Wright in the I, back behind Henley, the up fullback. 4th and 1, Eberly pitches to Wright, left side, first down. From the 29 to the 31, he pitched it to him. He kind of was a wide off tackle. Good job by Unioto. They just couldn't. They ran him a little bit wider to avoid any kind of inside blitz, and he was able to go between tackle and in and bust forward to the 32. Big first down for Westfall. They'll keep the ball. They're down 28-13, and we're just underway in the fourth quarter. At Westfall, it's been, well, generally speaking, it's been Westfall's power offense with the power running of Joey Wright and a little bit of Eli Wright. And Unioto, it's been the pass play, the arm of Isaac Coy, and a little bit of the legs of Isaac Coy, their quarterback. He has 4 TD passes. 1st and 10 Mustangs. Pitch it. Now they're going to throw a pass back to Eberly, and he's wide open, but he couldn't catch it. And Wright still down on the field a little bit, limping. Well, the one thing about that play, Mike, is they pitched the ball to Wright. He was going to his left. He's right-handed. He had Eberly open because who just pitched the ball and went all the way out to the right by himself. But it's hard to run to your left and get that ball back way out to the right side, and they couldn't quite get it to Eberly. Well-conceived play, and I'll tell you what, if Eberly catches it in stride, it's 28-20.
It was a great play call, like you said.
That was a good call.
He couldn't get his feet set to throw it against his body.
They come back 2nd and 10. They go back to the pistol. Only man back is Eberly, the quarterback. He looks, throws it out to right on the right side. He's hit by the first tackler. Picked up a couple. Excellent defensive tackle. Nice play. I believe it was Judah Zickafus who got to Joey Wright. And that's not easy one-on-one by yourself to bring down Joey Wright, and he was able to do it. Wright picked up, I'm going to give him 4 on the pass play from Eberly. 3rd down and 6. Clock moving. We're still got 11 minutes to go in the ball game. Westfall not out of it by any means, down 28-13. Sherman's a look, and again, we were told that if Unioto wins, this would be the first time in school history they've gone 10-0. They've had undefeated seasons, but not a 10-0 season, was my understanding. Westfall's not making it easy to knock them off. Playing tough tonight, especially up front, and now we got a whistle. Westfall had to call a timeout. Didn't have something there. And again, it's a part of the ball game. You can't give the ball back up. They're going to call a timeout. Well, a reminder the next week on our hosted stations under Total Media, Chillicothe will be in the playoffs. They are losing tonight to Jackson. They were down 14-0 at the half. But they have already, by points, will be in the playoffs next week. We'll have that covered on our sister station.
Do have an update. Under 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Jackson just scored again. It's 34-0 Jackson over Chillicothe.
A lot of trips with the Cavs down to Jackson. It's not usually going well. And Jackson lost a couple early games, but they had Bodie Wolford, one of their top players, was hurt earlier in the year, and it's tough to go down there and beat Jackson. They're going to win the FAC undefeated again in league play. Now, Unioto will have to see a good chance if they win tonight, they will get a bye next week. At halftime, Huntington was up on Piketon by a point. St. Trace winning tonight. St. Trace already knows they're going to be in the playoffs, so we would probably, if Huntington makes it and Unioto gets a bye, we would be covering either Huntington or St. Trace in the playoffs next week. Now, if Unioto winds up and has to play next week, and we got 3 teams, we'll have to make some decisions. 4 wide receivers. That's a weird formation, and I'm not sure Westfall knows what they're doing here. They got 3 wide receivers to the left side. Eberly on 3rd and 6, looking. Now he's going to run with it, take off, and he goes down after a pickup of 1 or 2. It looked like they just tried to spread everybody out and let Eberly go in a quarterback draw, and now it's going to be 4th and about 5. They had 4 wide receivers to the left. Westfall did. I couldn't tell who was on the line of scrimmage, who wasn't on the line of scrimmage. And assuming from their own 37, Mike, they're going to have to go for it here in the fourth quarter, down by 2 scores. If they don't make it, well, Unioto certainly will have a short field. But they've been able to, I think, Westfall has converted at least 3 times on 4th down tonight. At least 3, maybe 4. Now, many of those have been 1 or 2 yards. This time it's going to be 5. They come in with 3 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right to go quickly, and I don't know if something happened, if somebody called timeout or somebody was in motion. Nope, delay a game for Westfall. Well, they had a really bad delay game in that overtime game against Circleville early in the year where Circleville had scored in overtime, and Westfall trying to score wound up with a delay of game and put them in a 4th and 10. They didn't get the playoff. Now they're 4th and 10 here, but again, from their own 32, looks like they're going to go for it. Clock stopped on the penalty. Here they come. Wide receivers 3 to the left. Eberle's by himself. 2 receivers to the right. 5 wide receivers. Unioto looking to blitz. They're coming after Eberle. They run a perfect play, a screen up the middle, and it is going to be close to the first down. He's going to be maybe shy of a yard. Perfect play call by Westfall. Unioto blitzed, and they ran a middle screen to Wyatt Ward, but I think he came up short of the first down. I think the ball is going to be turned over just shy of the first down. Officials looking right now, and they point the other way. I think it's Unioto football. Or they're going to bring the chains in. From our vantage point, it looks like they did not make it, but we'll let the officials do the job here.
Put on the mark, it looks a little bit short.
They'll bring it out. It was a perfect play. Eberle had the blitz coming after him. It was a middle screen. They threw it to Ward. At first, I thought Ward was going to easily make it, and then Unioto did the job, and the chains come out, and it is short by almost a yard, really. But the officials wanting to make sure, and Unioto holds, and Westfall will turn the ball back over to Unioto. It'll be and now a penalty flag, and I think maybe Westfall's coach just got an unsportsmanlike call on the sidelines. If he didn't like the spot or what. So the ball will belong to Unioto. Did they throw the coach out? He's headed all the way down the other sidelines. I'm not sure what's going on, but they will be stopped on downs. From our vantage point, I don't think Ward got any further than where they marked him, but again, I'm a long way away. We shall see. So it is an unsportsmanlike on the Westfall coach. So from the 41 or 42, they'll mark off 15 more yards.
No, I agree with you, Greg. I think he was short.
Yeah, I think he was short. I thought he was going to get it because it was a great play. Unioto recovered quickly. So the 15-yard mark off. And the ball will come all the way down inside the 30. Let's say the 26. At the Westfall 26, Unioto ready. Quick pattern to the outside to Beam to the 25, and that's all he gets. Quick tackle by Joey Wright. Nice defensive play by Wright. And only a yard pickup on the pass to Beam. Coming up on 9:15 left in the ball game, 28-13. Unioto by 15 points. Able to hold Westfall on downs there. And then the 15-yard. The only thing I can figure, and I'm guessing for the Westfall coaching staff, was upset at the spot where they spotted the ball, but I don't know if that was it or not. Either way, a 15-yard penalty, but now second down. Coy will hand it off on the run. 25, not much there. Breaks a tackle to the 20. That's Harsha again. Harsha was stopped at the line of scrimmage, broke a tackle, gets to the 20. Yeah, and it's going to be 3rd down and 4 for the Shermans at the Westfall 20-yard line. Oh, the 4 touchdown passes for Isaac Coy, the junior quarterback. Talk about 2 junior quarterbacks. How would you like to have Isaac Coy or Frankie Hirsch down in Huntington coming back next year? These 2 young men can throw the ball. They both can run well. Big play here, 3rd and 4. Westfall would like to get it back. They're going to run a sweep to the left. Harsha can't find any running room. Tries to get around the corner with his speed, and he does. And now there's a late flag coming in. We could have a hold on Unioto. Boy, Harsha's speed looked like he was hemmed in, and he got around the corner for the first down, but a late flag from one of the official in the offensive backfield.
Yeah, he hit an extra gear. Once he turned the corner, he did.
Penalty is on Zikafus. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay third down. So they mark it off, come back to the 26. Basically back to where they started at after the turnover on downs and the penalty against Westfall. They started the 26. They're back at the 26 now, 3rd and 10 after a holding call. The holding call took place near the first down marker and bring it back 10 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 10. Nullifies a nice run by Harsha, who had the first down. But maybe that's why he had a nice run. There was holding. Long moves up, close to the center. 3rd and 10. Coy back to pass, looking, still looking. Throws to the sidelines. Got his man at the 20, down near the 15, and near the first down. Guess who again? That's Mr. Harsha again. He doesn't play like a freshman, does he, Mike? I guess it's the 10th week, but still, he's very athletic. That was 3rd and 10. They got 11, and they got the first down. You know, something Coy's done tonight he's still a junior. He's played all year, but he surveys the field. You mentioned that he surveys the field and is able to find a second receiver, isn't he, Mike?
He's very patient back there, and it's impressive, too, the way he looks at the field. He stays calm. He's got calm feet. He doesn't bounce around. He doesn't get nervous, and it shows.
For a new set of downs for Unioto at the 15 of Westfall, under 8 minutes to play. They'll run it straight ahead. Boom, big tackle. And Westfall stuffs that one big time. Might have been Hanley on the first stop. Westfall's inside linebackers are good. Rick Hanley and then Joey Wright. I think Eli Wright. They do a nice job. Ethan Rose
those kids
up
are
front.
playing about every down, too,
Yes,
both ways. And I think the impressive part is how they continue to play as hard as they do. And you know, Unioto, though, I mean, there's situations, too, they're going to try to grind it out and wear them down. And we're at that point in the game where fatigue may become a factor.
That happened in the Zane Trace game to Westfall. They really wore down. Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12. Yeah, now what do we got? Timeout, Unioto. Well, we have 7:05 left in the ball game. 28-13. Shermans are up by 15, and you're listening to the Tomlinson Insurance SVC Game of the Week.
The Lunchbox and Chill Coffee, home of the famous pretzel sandwich. Enjoy all-day breakfast, fresh lemonade shake-ups, and a big menu for a small space. Visit us at 24 East Water Street or call 740-775-8624. Delivery, dine-in, and carry-out are available.
Oh, my mower won't start. I know what to do. Take it to Matheny's Small Engine Repair, located on Savageville School Road in between Jackson and Chillicothe. Matheny's is now an official Encore dealer with both new commercial and residential models on display. They'll get you up and mowing.
Size C, Chillicothe, Waverly, Hank FM, and SVC football. Again, Jackson all over Chillicothe tonight. Paint Valley winning 27-7 over Southeastern. Circleville beating Bloom Carroll 26-7. That is a real surprise. So Unioto on 2nd and 12, back out of the timeout. They put a man in motion. It's Beam. A little bit of a trouble handling the ball. Now the quarterback gets it back. Coy fights for yardage, and now he's going to be brought down from behind. Nice tackle, because he almost broke loose of the backfield. He was going to get sacked, and that's Humphrey. He's made a sophomore. He's made a couple nice plays tonight. Creason Humphrey for the Mustangs, and they're going to lose. Oh, we got another flag down. Unioto backing up. We'll see the clock stopped on the penalty flag. The officials conferring here. It was 2nd down and 12. Another holding call against Unioto. So the Shermans stopped the Mustangs, got great field position at the 26. And after several minutes and on the first down, they're back outside, almost back at the 20. Well, they're back at their 27 because they keep getting holding calls, moving them back. It's 2nd down. See if they go back to the pass, try to find Zikafus again. He split down here close to us to the right side.
I mean, the Shermans seem like it hadn't affected them a lot, Greg. I mean, they've converted a lot of these, and again, like Harsha a couple times and Zikafus. So,
well, the Westfall coach is, again, arguing with the official. I think he's just trying to get an explanation. So second down and long. High formation under center is Coy, and now he's going to throw it into the flat. Got a man at the 22, at the 20, at the 15, at the 10. It's long, diving into the end zone. Well, you just said it. Those penalties haven't hurt. They've come right back. Well-conceived play. Remember when I told you before the game, a long moves up under, and I've seen him do. That's an extremely effective play. He's a wingback.
You called it.
But he moves up was almost behind the right guard in the center. So he
sneaks out a little
and
bit.
he sneaks out because you don't normally see a wingback lined up inside.
His size too. I mean,
and his size. And he snuck out of the back and got into the flats. And he's a load to handle, David Long, once he got to moving. He caught it at the 22, turned the corner, and that might do it for Unioto. Extra point kick is up, and it is good. So a 27-yard touchdown pass. And that is now 5 touchdown passes for Isaac Coy of Unioto. 35-13 Shermans. Thomas Insurance, SVC.
Integrity. It's a small word with a big meaning, and it's one we hold dear at Ross County Banking Center. That means we work hard every day to do what's right, even when no one's looking. We treat people the way we want to be treated, volunteer in our communities, and keep a watchful eye to safeguard our customers. At Ross County Banking Center, we strive to do that better every day. Find more information on our website, vcnbfamily.bank, or visit one of our physical locations. Member FDIC.
Pregame and Mike Strauss ball. Mike's putting down there. He's got a lot of passing yardage to keep track of tonight from this point. Yeah, 5. Again, Unioto overcame, 2 or 3 holding calls after they stopped Westfall on downs. There was a 15-yard penalty on the Westfall coaching staff and moved it. They had it at the 26. After getting a first holding call, got a first down, another holding call. They wound up back at the 27, but still able to connect on a pass to the running back out of the backfield for the touchdown. 35-13. Unioto kicks it off, high end over end. Coming back, letting it go, and it barely gets into the end zone, but it does, and Westfall will begin at the 20. You know, if somebody's tuning in right now and I say it's 35-13, Unioto over Westfall, it takes away a whole lot. It takes away a whole lot as to really how well Westfall's played tonight.
Yeah,
you agree, Mike?
This game definitely, the score is not a reflection. But the one thing I will say, like about the quick strike, it's like Westfall's own time possession and a number of plays. But I think the key is, too, when Westfall has a penalty or two, it kind of stops their drive, whereas Unioto, they've been able to answer. Right. If it's a penalty, they're still fighting through that. And
yeah, they have the skill set on the outside to still get first downs. And Westfall, and it's still Westfall's playing with a young man quarterback who was a wide receiver. Now he's going to throw on first down the middle, and that was close to interference by number 5, Weingartner. Good coverage, and it was intended. Pretty good pass. I just talking about Quinn Eberly. Made a nice pass there. But if you're the Mustangs, A.J. Pottix, who, by the way, as a junior, will be back next year. And they're going to have Eli Wright back next year in that backfield. But T.J. broke his collarbone week number 3 against Circleville. Quinn Eberly, a wide receiver, a senior who has outstanding speed. Once he gets going after a couple steps, he had to move to quarterback, and he has done quite a job. That was really a pretty good pass right there. Long faking the blitz. Now Long is going to blitz. Eberly throws to the outside. That same play to their wide receiver on the bubble screen, and he's close to a first down. That's been an extremely effective play. It's Landon Sparks again. Short of the first down, but it was 2nd and 10. They get 9 on that pass play from Eberly to Sparks. Now maybe maybe a yard and a half to go. They got to reach the 30. They're not quite to the 29. Clock moving on, but coming up on 6 minutes left of the ball game. 35-13, Unioto on top. A lot of wide receivers to the right. Eberly by himself in the backfield. On third and short. Looking at his play card on his wrist. Snap to Eberly. Looking, going to run it himself and straight ahead, and I think he got the first down. Caught from behind. They ran a quarterback draw, but I think he was able to fall forward at the 30, and it'll be a first down Mustangs. Mucking out to the 31. We'll give 2 yards on the carry to Quinn Eberly, and clock moves at 5:40 left in the game. Westfall with the football and a new set of downs at their own 31. Eberly by himself. They're going to spread it out again. They throw quick to the outside to Sparks. This time a little bit quicker on the coverage for Unioto. That's really the first time that quick bubble screen to Sparks hasn't gone for at least 5. It's gone for as many as 9 or 10. They've run it about 6 times. That time, no gain on the play. Yeah, it might have been to Wright on the pass. Yeah, they put Joey Wright to the right, and rather they've been throwing it to Sparks. That time it was a quick screen to Joey Wright, but he couldn't get going. Now Sparks back out to the right. They bring Moore out to the left. They got 3 wide receivers to the left. Sparks by himself, split to the right. Single running back. Eberly looking, now being rushed. Throws it to the outside and intended for Wright and incomplete. Eberly just had a lot of pressure. And on the pressure, I believe that was Jacob Renner. He made a big play earlier in the game, put pressure there. Now we got, was there a flag on the far side, Mike? Yeah, holding on the defense. Not sure where that holding came from. It was on the far side. And
yeah, it's completely away from the play.
And defensive holding, is it 10 yards? I guess I'm used to it being 5 yards in the pros. But it is a first down penalty. Defensive holding called on Unioto. I think it was called on Beam. So it gives Westfall a new set of downs at their own 40. We're under 5 minutes to play. Eberly looking to throw again. Comes the blitz from the backside. Throws it down the right sidelines. And, did he hold on to it? And I think he did. What a catch. Unioto must have said he was out of bounds, but a diving catch over there. And after the catch, coming up limping. That's Landon Sparks. Landon's a junior. I'll tell you what, Poddick's coming back, and you got Sparks and Eli Wright. Westfall's going to have some offensive weapons. I don't know how many of their offensive line they lose, but boy, Landon Sparks, that was in double coverage, and Landon Sparks just high-pointed the football and caught it for almost a 30-yard gain. Great catch by Sparks. Eberly wants to throw again. Back. Here comes the blitz, looking for a screen over the middle. Got it to his man right. And he'll be brought down after a pickup of about 4. Clock moving 4:09, 4:08 left. So coming up on 4 minutes, 35-13. And another flag on the play. Tell you, we didn't have a lot of flags the first half, but they're getting a lot going on here in the second half. Well, it's a legal procedure called against Westfall. Now, they gained, I don't know if they gained any. Yeah, so they will take the penalty of 5 yards. They had too many men on the line of scrimmage. Remember, I told you a moment ago, and I'm sure Westfall didn't run this a lot, but Eberly by himself, and they're putting 5 wide receivers, and a couple times it's something they don't do a lot of it, who is on the line and who's running as a slot receiver when you got 5 guys split left and right. Well, this can't be right because now it's 1st and 13. If it was,
that would go back to the original line of scrimmage, so it should be 1st and 15. Yeah, holding call down the field or something will go from that spot, but
yeah. The officials, it's week number 10. They shouldn't be struggling this much, but a little bit of it. And you're right, Mike was right. They marked it off from the end of the play rather than the original line of scrimmage. So now it's what it should be. 1st and 15, back outside the 35 of Unioto. Westfall football. They do move a running back now with Eberly. Put a man in motion, Eli Wright. Fake. Now back to pass. Eberly looking, throws it across the middle, and pickup is a caught. Great catch again. Eberly, nice sportsmanship there. Westfall and Unioto helping the quarterback Eberly up. That was complete. Not sure how Eberly got that pass off with the pressure from behind, but it's going to be complete for 4 yards. 2nd down and 11. We're under 4 minutes to play in the ball game.
It's a great catch.
Westfall now. Eberly goes to the sidelines. It's been a physical game. Mike mentioned it's been a physical game. I'll tell you what, Joey Wright, Eli Wright, Quinn Eberly on the offensive side, all limping a little bit. Of course, they've delivered a lot of damage by them running the ball, but they've taken a lot of hits tonight. Eberly wants to throw, looking, throws deep down the right side, double coverage, intercepted by Unioto at the 5, and falling down at the 5 right away. And that's Zickafoos, and another interception. He's had quite a few this year. Jackson Zickafoos, who has two touchdown catches tonight, gets an interception. Well, it's late. We're down almost at 3 minutes. I think Eberly was trying to go deep, but there was double coverage. Zickafoos was playing free safety and passed a little bit short. Thought Zickafoos was going to return it, but he wound up. I don't know if he just went on him down on his own or he fell down, slipped, but it's all the way back at the 5-yard line.
I think he just kind of went down to the knee, so he didn't get hit from behind or cough the ball up. Smart move. Senior move.
Yeah, is that our first turnover tonight, Mike?
First turnover of the game. And I got to be pretty happy. I mean, the Shermans, Matt Hoops has to be happy with his defense. I mean, they gave up to 6, but they pretty much settled in this second half and controlled Westfall's offense.
So from the 5-yard line, Coy will go up under. Now he's turned around. They're going to go to an I formation. And again, if you joined us late, Cody Braden, their outstanding running back, over 1,000 yards rushing. They run the first play for 4 or 5 yards out to the 10. Was injured. He got 11 yards on the very first offensive play for Unioto and was injured. Again, could be a leg, ankle. He's been on the sidelines, but he did not return. So Unioto has played without Cody Braden, who has the record for most career touchdowns in Unioto history before tonight. Of course, he wasn't able to score one tonight, but he still has that record. And he's going to be playing in the playoffs, hopefully, if his injury's not real serious, but not able to return. So Unioto's done this, but when your quarterback throws 5 touchdown passes, it helps to overcome that. Hand up the middle, wide open, 20, 25, 40, out to the 45. On the run, Unioto all the way into Unioto or to Westfall territory. Just a quick trap play right up the middle, and there was no one there on the carry, and I think that was David Long. Long's had a couple big plays. That's another senior.
46-yard gain.
You know, Long is the guy that does a lot of blocking for Cody Braden. But he caught a touchdown pass his last time down the field, and that time he runs all the way down to Westfall's 44.
Yeah, he's had a good game. 54 yards down the ground for him, a touchdown catch from 27. The blocks defensively. He's kind of had a quiet game. That, I mean, you look at the stat sheet, he's all over it.
You should almost be able to run the clock out. I don't think Westfall, I'm not sure they'd use him anyway. Have any timeouts left. 45 down near the 40 on the carry, and that is Henry Villette again. Villette carries for maybe 5. And the clock down to a minute 48 left in the ball game. 35-13. Unioto with 5 touchdowns, 5 touchdown passes from junior quarterback Isaac Coy. 2 to Zickafoos, 1 to Welsh, 1 to Long. Back, let me let the play clock run down. Harsha had the other one, freshman, on a touchdown catch. 2nd down. Coy will keep it. Now pitch it late to the 40 and didn't want to go. You don't really want to go out of bounds. As Beam is knocked out of bounds near the first down marker, but it was an option play. Hindsight, Beam.
3 yards, but it might have got 15 more.
Yeah, I think Beam was already out of bounds, and he kind of was going up against Wyatt Ward there, and I think Wyatt Ward all five officials are right in front of the Unioto bench talking it over, deciding what they want to do. We're down to a minute 12. So now the head referee. Personal foul. So it will be a first down. Personal foul called on Wyatt Ward. Had Beam out of bounds, and he just continued to tackle him and try to take the ball away and didn't stop on the whistle.
Or a little bit of frustration.
Yeah, absolutely. So 15 yards, first down. Now, Unioto, really all they have to do, the clock stopped, I think, when it went out of bounds, a minute 12. So you can go in victory formation right now if you're Unioto. Oh, they're still going to stay in the pistol formation, however. And they move Villette over to the left side of Coy. Long moves inside. They put a man in motion beam. They run Villette to the 20, back to the outside, cuts in 16 to the 15, down around the 10-yard line as Unioto moves it down near the 10. And we are 1 minute to play. 35-13. Ball at the 11-yard line, and we'll see here if Unioto now elects to go under center. So they don't have to run a play till 24 seconds, so they can really kneel down one time, and that'll be it, and that's what they're going to do. They go into victory formation. Isaac Coy moves under center, down to 32, 31, and he'll go down to one knee at 30 seconds, and that should do it. Well, the Unioto Shermans, Gold football, 10-0, 7-0 in SVC play. First team in school history to go 10-0 on a season, and they're headed to the playoffs next week on Friday night. Final score from Unioto, the Shermans 35, the Mustangs 13. We'll be back to wrap this one up. After this timeout, you're listening to the Thomason Insurance SVC Game of the Week.
Ready to transform your entire lawn? Call Greenwald Lawn and Landscape. Just need a quick mow?
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world. With multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service. Local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
Our employees certainly get the credit for that growth. The relationships that they build, people want to deal with people they can trust, they know, feel connected to. And I think that's where a community bank such as Kingston really shines. The color of money is the same no matter where you go, but I think the people behind it is what makes the difference. Having the empathy to understand what's going on in someone's business or personal lives and how you might be able to help it. I think our customers expect that, want that, and truthfully, they deserve that.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people. All to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank. Working together, building success.
Looking for a job that works with your life? Your local McDonald's is now hiring. Join a team that's all about flexibility, growth, and a fun, fast-paced work environment.
At McDonald's, we're more than just burgers. We're part of the community. From supported local events to helping neighbors in need, we're proud to give back.
Apply today at your local Chillicothe or Waverly McDonald's or makehire.com. We'd love to have you on the team.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. I'm loving it.
Ready to transform your entire lawn? Call Greenwald Lawn and Landscape. Just need a quick mow? Call Greenwald Lawn and Landscape. Driveway full of snow? Call Greenwald Lawn and Landscape. Greenwald Lawn and Landscape provides expert lawn care, landscaping, and snow removal services for year-round property maintenance. Call the experts at Greenwald 740-701-6744. Greenwald Lawn and Landscape, a proud sponsor of SBC Sports.
Integrity. It's a small word with a big meaning, and it's one we hold dear at Ross County Banking Center. That means we work hard every day to do what's right, even when no one's looking. We treat people the way we want to be treated, volunteer in our communities, and keep a watchful eye to safeguard our customers. At Ross County Banking Center, we strive to do that better every day. Find more information on our website, vcnbfamily.bank, or visit one of our physical locations. Member FDIC.
10 wins, and they beat Westfall, and really a valiant effort tonight. I'm proud of Westfall's effort tonight. The final score, 35-13. Westfall got down 2 scores, and they had a couple times to go for it on 4th down. And when you looked at the game, their chance was to keep running the ball, keep the football away, because Unioto had too many weapons offensively. You didn't want to keep giving them the football and too many opportunities. So they were forced, and I think they picked up a first down on 4th down 4 times tonight, but wound up losing it 35-13. And offensively, well, let me go over the scoring, but you'll see here 5 touchdown passes as Unioto lost their great running back, Cody Braden, on the first offensive play of the game, did not return to the game, but they had guys, including a freshman, Harsha, who wound up going into the backfield. But more than that, their fine quarterback, junior Isaac Coy, 36-yard touchdown pass to Zikafus. Westfall missed a field goal. 11-yard touchdown pass for Westfall in the first half to Eli Wright as he came out of the backfield. It was tied 7-7. Second touchdown pass to Zikafus, 14-7. And the big play of the game, Westfall did not make it. When they wound up punting, tried to keep the ball deep in their own territory. Late in the half, did the best they could, punted the ball with only 40-some seconds. But on the other side, Zikafus returned it 40 yards, and then on one play, touchdown pass to Harsha. Third of the night for quarterback Coy, 21-7 at the half. Unioto 3 and out. Westfall came back. Eberly on a 5-yard touchdown run. And with 3:50 left in the third quarter, Westfall was within a score, 21-13. Their extra point kick was no good. Unioto came right back, however. Westfall tried an onside kick. Unioto began at their own 48, wound up with a 10-yard touchdown pass to Welsh, 28-13 late in the third quarter. Westfall tried to go for it on downs and wound up giving it back to Unioto at their own 26, and then a 27-yard pass to Long out of the backfield. 5th touchdown pass of the night for Coy. 6:50 to go in the game, 35-13, and that's how we wound up final with Unioto on top. Mike?
Well, for the stats for the night, Westfall, they rushed the ball 39 times for 154 yards. I mean, that's what they had to do, Greg, try to control the game, and then it kind of got away from this quick strike offense from the Shermans. Throwing the ball 10 for 17, 92 yards, a touchdown, interception, a total of 246 yards. Joey Wright had 81 on the ground. A valiant effort. I mean, not much more you can say. You got to be proud of these kids, all the Westfall people in Williamsport in that area, and Coach Stepp. Valiant effort. As for the Shermans, victorious Shermans, they were 21 rushes for 167 yards, 11 for 18 through the air, 175, and the 5 touchdowns, like you said, and no interceptions, and for a total of 342 yards. And Mr. Zikafus, business as usual, couple touchdowns, interception, punt return. I mean, he was big tonight, like always. I mean, you expect him to be big, and Long, he kind of finished. It was almost like Long kind of in the fourth quarter. They finished him off, and the strength and the size. And I'll be honest, Greg, the second half, it just seemed like the first part of, the last part of the first half, it seemed like the line of scrimmage being controlled by the Mustangs. In the second half, it seemed as if they dug in a little bit. Coach Hoops went in at halftime, and they dug in. It seems like they controlled the line of scrimmage the second half.
And you mentioned it. As long as it's a one-score game, Westfall, they ran the play clock down to 5, 4, 3, and 2. Used the running backs, Joey Wright, Eli Wright. They are tough to bring down. Yeah. And they got a couple big dudes on the front line, Westfall. But once you get down 2 scores, then they were still able, but then another score, and then you have to let Eberle go back and by himself and try to pass. That's not their normal offense. They were able to complete a few plays, but once Unioto got up by that, they were able to take advantage of it. And again, I think the big play of the game, Westfall was within a score. Mr. Extra Points, it was 14-7. They were driving the ball. They were trying to run the clock out at the end of the half, back around their own 20, got a first down, but with about 40-some seconds, they had to punt. They're deep in their own territory. Zikafus returned it all the way down to the 31, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Zikafus returns it, 30, 40 yards down to the 31. And on the very first play, Coy rolled to his right, couldn't find a receiver, looked back to the backside and found the freshman Harsha, and he was wide open, caught it at the 10, avoided the only Westfall defender in the area, and on in for the touchdown. That 7 points with 30-some seconds made it 21-7 at the half rather than 14-7. And Westfall, with the type of offense they like to do, that was tough for them to overcome.
Yeah, and I need to mention, too, Harsha, 62 on the ground. 46, I believe 42 through the air in reception yards. I mean, the freshman had over 100 all-purpose yards, come in and stepped in for Cody. And you know, I think it was a good win. It was a solid win. And here's the thing. Westfall played well tonight. It's not like Westfall came out and put the ball on the ground, turned the ball over. So this is a good, solid win for the Shermans. It was a great effort by Westfall. It was a well-played football game. It just came down to, like you said at the start of the game, the skill positions. Once you get up in that quick strike offense, it's hard to slowly get back in it once you turn over on downs.
Yeah, I mean, the Unioto quarterback, obviously, Coy, Isaac, they have a passing attack. Westfall's quarterback, like I said, I kind of repeating. Westfall's quarterback got injured the 3rd week of the season. Quinn Eberle is a running quarterback. Now, he threw some nice passes, and he's had 7 weeks at quarterback. But you don't have, in Unioto's side, you don't have 3 wide receivers and backs out of the backfield catching the ball. Westfall was not built like that, and it's tough for them when they get down to have that kind of open offense. But, again, if you're a Westfall fan, you look at that final score. Westfall really played tough tonight. Their guys up front, and you look at who they got coming back next year. I don't know how many linemen they lose, but they lose Eberle, but Pottix, the injured quarterback, is back. They got Eli Wright. I can tell you, a guy played really well for them tonight. Was their wide receiver, and he's just a junior as well. So they've got some guys, and they got enough kids and people out that they'll be a contender next year as well. We're going to take another time out. Again, we hope to get Coach Hoops up here, and we also are going to try to get taking some pictures right now, but we wanted to try to get Coach Hoops was going to try to get the captains up to talk to us about this 10-0 season. Let's take another timeout as well here from Unioto. Final score again, Unioto 35, Westfall 13. We'll be back hopefully with some Unioto players celebrating this championship after this. Tomlinson Insurance S.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world. With multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
Our employees certainly get the credit for that growth. The relationships that they build, people want to deal with people they can trust, they know, feel connected to. And I think that's where a community bank such as Kingston really shines. The color of money is the same no matter where you go, but I think the people behind it is what makes the difference. Having the empathy to understand what's going on in someone's business or personal lives and how you might be able to help it. I think our customers expect that, want that, and truthfully, they deserve that.
Looking for a job that works with your life? Your local McDonald's is now hiring. Join a team that's all about flexibility, growth, and a fun, fast-paced work environment.
At McDonald's, we're more than just burgers. We're part of the community. From supported local events to helping neighbors in need, we're proud to give back.
Apply today at your local Chill Coffee or Waverly McDonald's or makehire.com. We'd love to have you on the team.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. I'm loving it.
It's not just about saving up. It's learning what it means to earn something for yourself, a few dollars at a time. It's about earning your independence. Every deposit, every goal, every step closer. It's more than just opening an account. It's opening the door to what's next. People's Bank, working together, building success.
We're trying to get a couple of the Unioto players, but I tell you, there's so much going on with 10-0 and celebrations and interviews. So we're trying to hopefully have, I see right now Coach Hoops is in his third interview down on the field. Real quickly, it looks like Paint Valley is going to get their first win of the year. They are leading 27-7 over Southeastern. Hillsboro and McLean in a wild one. Hillsboro had a pretty good lead. It's now 35-34, Hillsboro over McLean. Piketon has come back to take the lead. Huntsman led. Huntington was 30-28 over Piketon. Piketon has scored and leads 36-30. Had no idea how much time left in the fourth quarter. Huntington really needs a win there to get into the playoffs. Miami Trace 48-15, big over Courthouse. That game not final yet. The Cavaliers lose 35-0 down at Jackson. And I tell you, this is a huge win tonight. Bloom Carroll, and this may help Hamilton Township share, but it also is probably going to mean that Circleville for sure will move up in the playoffs. The Tigers go to Bloom Carroll and beat Bloom Carroll 26-7 tonight, a big win for Circleville. London wins again easily. Wheelersburg wins easily. And Adena, Zane Trace 39-8 to final over Adena. Zane Trace headed for the playoffs next week as well, and they finished by themselves in second place in the SVC, a game behind the Shermans. So I don't know if we're going to be able, again, to talk to Coach Hoops before the end. I think we got a couple of players headed up. Maybe right now it looks like, looks to me like Jacob Renner, who did a good job, is headed up along with Mr. Zickafoos, one of the stars tonight. So they're headed up. I appreciate that. A chance to talk to a couple of these guys as they got their crowns and their chains on. And after that whole game, we're going to make them walk all the way up the stairs here and join us in our post game. And welcome, fellas. So, hey, congratulations. We'll give these first to Mr. Zickafoos here and put those on for me. And appreciate you guys coming up. The Shermans, again, 35-13. 10-0 season as coming up for is Jackson Zickafoos to join us, and then Jacob, right? Got Jacob with us as well, a couple of the seniors. 2 touchdown receptions tonight. We were talking about, I thought in the game, Westfall, they wanted the ball control, move your mic up here, but obviously they wanted to not let your offense have the ball. It's 14-7. You guys held them. There was less than a minute to play, and you had a great punt return down to the 31. I thought that was a big, big play. Enabled you guys to get a 2-touchdown lead. Do you remember what you did? You were jumping around. You went about 6 different ways on that punt return.
Yeah, I was just trying to be patient, find the hole I was looking for. They had a couple guys get down there pretty quickly. So that
one bounced, did it not?
The one I returned?
Yeah, I think. Okay.
No, I just had to make a couple guys miss and try to get our team in good position, and then, we scored on the very next play. So.
Yeah, and you guys, you lost your running back, 1,100-yard rusher, first time you ran the ball tonight, and it took a little bit. And one of the things you guys did was you got an outstanding freshman in Harsha. He caught the touchdown pass, but you also used him as a running back in trying to bring other guys in.
Yeah.
Who's faster, you or Harsha?
I'm going to give that to me.
Okay, I would too. You're certainly quicker. You made a lot of quick moves. It says a little bit about you guys' depth. Different people on this team can hurt you offensively. You got a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
I thought Isaac, I don't know if you're right, Isaac had 5 touchdown passes tonight. I think you had 2 of them. Harsha had 1 and Long had 1 but I thought your quarterback tonight probably didn't have the same kind of running attack without Braden, but you guys really passed the ball, 5 touchdown passes. You have a lot of weapons tonight.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any favorite I noticed the one of them was down by the pylons and all that, but I know a lot of times we've had you a couple of times, the stop-and-go pattern. You like to get behind the secondary, but is those things that you can do on your own, or is the play called, or do you and Isaac have a thing where you know if you're going to stop and go?
On that one, he just basically looked at me in the huddle, and he was like, Jackson, hitch and go. And I was like, all right. And, we almost had it, but, you're not going to get it every single time. But, it almost worked out, so.
All right. Jackson, Coach Hoops tells me it's the first time Unioto has gone 10-0. Now, I played a long time ago against some really good Unioto teams, but there's been undefeated teams, but nobody 10-0. And you guys, I think I could tell after the game, you're really obviously a gold football, but really excited about that. An outstanding season, and I'm sure you'll enjoy this, but you're looking forward to the playoffs, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Hopefully a bye. You want to have a bye, or would you rather play next week?
We've definitely talked about it a little bit. It would be fun to definitely go out and play the first round and, hopefully go make a playoff run. But getting a bye is also really nice. We get more time to prepare, more time to heal. We get more film on teams that we're going to play. So we definitely have a lot more time to prepare. So either way would be absolutely fantastic to have.
All right. Well, Jackson, I'm going to have you pass over here to Jacob, and we'll talk to Jacob next. We got some more people joining. So I'm going to grab those headsets, and we'll go over to Jacob Renner. And Jacob, you can send them on. Thanks. Nice, great game. So Jacob Renner joins us, one of the seniors, the captains for the Shermans. Jacob, Westfall has a couple good running backs, and they were pretty big guys up front. They ran the ball inside a lot and with Wright and all, but I thought as the game went on, you guys adjusted that pretty well. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, our D-line coach and our defensive coordinator call really good stunts, and they just get us in the right position every time, and all our D-line guys are very aggressive, and they just get us in the right spot and do really good.
All right. Jacob, you guys, it was 7-0, then 7-7. Westfall hung around, but and you lost your top running back, but mentally down on the sidelines, you guys you don't seem to get too shook. I think you have a lot of confidence in yourselves.
Oh yeah, we always want to stay in the game. We're all going for each other here, and we're all. It's like we say, our coaches all say, it's a brotherhood, and it's just one big family, and we're all going together, and everybody's picking each other up the whole time, and I think that I consider them my own brothers, just because it's just a big family.
What about tonight when Cody got hurt on the first one, and you guys, I know he was still on the sidelines with you, but mentally you just have to say, hey, it's one of our top players, but you guys just the next guy up, right?
Yeah, we just we all thought about it and we all talked about it. We just put ourselves in his shoes, and he would 100% want to be out there with all of us, and we all said, and all our captains were saying, do it for him, and it just kept us going the whole game.
All right. Well, great game tonight, and Jacob, you had a couple of big plays. I'll tell you what, as a matter of fact, if I remember right, we got our Monroe's collision. I don't remember specifically, but I do remember you being in the backfield a lot tonight. So we're going to give you that as a Monroe's collision T-shirt. You were back in the backfield. I don't know how many times you banged heads with Mr. Wright on the other team, but great job tonight, and congratulations. I'll have you. Good job. Pass it over, and we'll talk to one of the other seniors. So whichever one of you is ready next. All right, Judah, right? Yeah. Get my thing here. Coach is eating all the food. There's food over there, but the coach is eating it all, I think. So. Judah Zekafus joins us now, and one of the other captains. 10-0, you guys, it looks to me, and I don't really know, but it looks to me like you guys pretty much didn't get ahead of yourselves. It was a week at a time this year.
Oh, yeah. We just wanted to, focus on every game at a time, 1-0 every week. We didn't want to get in that mindset of like, hey, we're going 10-0 right now because, if we look ahead too far, we'll lose focus of what's in front of us, and that doesn't lead to good things. It hasn't in the past, and so we tried to focus on one at a time, and we like to play every game like it's a playoff game. Act like we had everything to lose, everything to play for, and it helped us. It gave us confidence we needed, gave us the boost we needed, and came out here 10-0 now. So
and it is obvious, but when you're on top and you guys won it last year, you're undefeated. You're going to get everybody, pretty much every week you're getting everybody's best game. Westfall, what do they have to lose tonight? They win, they might get in the playoffs, and they let it all out. They played tough for a while. But you get that every week, and you kind of know you're going to get everybody's because it's going to be great if somebody can knock off the Shermans, right?
Yeah, always. We went into every game just knowing, everybody hates us. It's a known thing around here. So,
when you're on top,
Oh yeah, and we've been on top for a minute now, so we knew every game that we played, they're going to give us their best, especially tonight, because this was pretty much a playoff game for them. They had everything to lose. So
a little bit their running attack. You defensively. With the two Wright cousins, Joey and Eli, their quarterback, of course, is pretty much a runner, great speed.
Oh, yeah.
So you really had defensively, they threw the ball some late, but they're a team that about 3 or 4 guys could come out of there running with it. Defensively, you had to keep an eye on all 3 of those guys, right?
Oh, yeah. We knew Kobe, I don't know where he went, but it's old David's dad here. He watches so much film, it's crazy, and it's pretty much a job for him. So, he pointed out the read we needed to make. It was, can I say it? 13. It was 13. Read him all night, and, we knew he was going to take us where we needed to go. So we watched him, called out where it needed to go, and, it worked for us. So.
All right. Well, great job, Judah Zekafus. Congrats. Good luck, and we'll see you down the road in the playoffs. And we'll pass along to the next one of the captains. And actually, no, the coach is going to join us. All right? All right, Coach Hoops, congratulations.
Hey, appreciate it.
That was a good win. Did you take your cast off?
Yeah, we don't talk. Yeah, I'm supposed to wear it, but I don't have to wear it.
All right,
you know what I mean?
Sorry, I meant
now everyone knows.
We get in trouble. In preparing, this is a game I think in a sense maybe a little hard to prepare for. Westfall presents a different thing. They got more of a running quarterback. You lose your running back right away, but I thought some of the adjustments you wound up moving. How much thought of who's next man up at running back? You wound up using 2 or 3 different guys back there.
Right. Obviously, we didn't plan for Cody to go down play 1, but in this game, it's almost like every game, or every possession, every snap is adverse. You're going to win the snap or you're going to lose the snap. We just so happen to lose our best player on the first snap, and we preached it, and thankfully we haven't really had to rely on the next man up too much because we've stayed relatively healthy all season. Obviously, we lost a couple guys and key guys at that, but I'll be honest, it was a little bit of disarray there for a second. I think more so just because everyone was concerned about the health of Cody, not what play we were going to run next. And as a staff, we just had to settle down and just really trust our guys to make plays, and I think that we were able to do that. Obviously put the ball in the hands of the quarterback like Isaac Coy, and hasn't really had to be the number 1 guy all season with our rushing attack. And tonight, he was ready when his number was called, and it's something we preach all season is, when your number's called, it's really important to make the play because if you don't do that, someone else will. And our guys responded tonight with anytime their number was called, that they made the plays that we had to make to win.
You used Henry Vallette a while, and then then eventually Braden Harsha, your freshman, who you've used at wide receiver and is extremely fast. I asked who was faster, him or Zekafus. Zekafus said he is.
Of course he did. There's no way he was going to give that up.
But you used him at running back, and it kind of gave you a different, with his speed getting to the corner. Is that something has he been running some running back, or you just said, hey, let's try him in there?
Some. We've kind of started to sprinkle that in over the last 2 or 3 weeks. That's where he's played in middle school. But as well as I do, asking a freshman to be a every down back at the varsity level is a tough thing to do. So we put him in position where we thought he could have a lot of success, obviously getting on the edge with his speed, and he responded. And then he and Isaac made a great play on the kind of a little bit of a broken play where he just turned it up, and Isaac put it out there on the money for him to catch a touchdown. So really proud of all of our guys for stepping up, being in the moment. This is a big moment tonight, and a lot of times, high school kids will fold when you're in the moment. But tonight, our guys they just kept fighting. Credit to Westfall and Coach Stepp. I think he does a great job with those guys. He puts them in a position to win every week, and they play hard, and there was no different tnig
Yeah, they got some big kids on the other side.
They definitely do.
They were strong, and you guys adjusted and did a great job. Well, Coach, congratulations.
Yep.
Big win. You might know later or whatever.
Probably sometime tonight. Yeah.
Probably sometime tonight.
So we'll enjoy this until we.
That's right.
Until we know, and
could have a bye, could play, but
Yep.
you're in.
Yep, we're in. That's
You're
all
in.
that matters.
And again, the first team to go. I'm amazed you're the first team 10-0.
Never been 10-0 here.
Of all the
been
great
9-0,
teams,
been 9-0-1.
Yeah.
Been 9-1 the last 3 years, but we've never been 10-0. So that's a really cool accomplishment for this place.
Kind of amazing as
Yep.
well. All right, Coach,
Thanks, guys.
congratulations, coaches.
Thank you.
And we'll move back. Got a couple of the guys to talk to here. Landon Caruth, one of the linemen, the big guys up front. One of the other seniors joins us. Landon, that was kind of, Coach jumped right in front of you there, but I guess you can't argue with him, right?
It's all right, yeah.
Landon, talk a little bit about Westfall. Some pretty big dudes up front. They like to run it inside. They got couple strong running backs, and it was almost looked like a tush push going on out there a couple of times, but a lot of physicality up front. I thought tonight.
Oh yeah, it was a very physical game. We knew coming in Westfall they were playing with a chance to get into the playoffs and keep their season alive, so we knew they were going to give us everything we had. But I think at the end of the day, it came down to who used their technique better on each side to win the line of scrimmage.
I thought maybe slightly, and they guys both ways, but I thought maybe a little bit they wore down. Now, they had to probably go a little more wide open because they got behind, but I thought you guys were in good shape, kind of maybe wore them down a little bit up front. You guys put a lot of pressure on there at the end.
Oh, yeah, we stress all the time, like no plays off. You got to go 100% every play for the guy beside you, and I think we did a really good job of that, especially when they were pushing us down to the red zone a little bit. Our defense would bend, but it certainly wouldn't break at times, and I think we did a good job of keeping each other up in the game.
All right. You guys, a couple of other guys have talked about it. I think a lot of good teams do talk about a brotherhood, playing for your brother, next guy up. You're talking about that. And I don't think it's not coach speak with you guys. I think I can tell by your talking, you guys have a pretty good camaraderie and look like you all get along really well, and you don't really care who the star of the game is.
No, we've all pretty much been together since third grade, and these guys aren't just my friends; they're my family. They mean everything to me, and to just be 10-0 with them and having a shot to make a playoff run, it means the world to me. And we just got to take it 1 week at a time. I'm proud of all these guys.
All right. Well, we'll find out later where you wind up playing, when. Maybe get a week off, but be ready for the playoffs, and hopefully maybe get Cody back, one of your brothers you're talking about, if he can get back. I know he didn't get to play tonight, getting injured, but you guys did a great job. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
10-0. First team in Unioto history to go 10-0. Amazing.
Yes, sir.
All
Thank
right.
you.
We'll pass it on. We got Dave left here for us, I believe.
Oh.
David's the last one we get a chance to talk to. David, you've played a unique, and I think I've had 3 games this year. You have a real unique, obviously defensively you're a big part of it, but offensively you play a real unique position. You guys go out with a lot of wide splits. I was trying to describe it on the radio. And you wind up a lot of times as a wing back, but you're behind the center or the guard. You're inside a lot, and obviously do a lot of blocking. That's a little different look, although you guys have done that. And I know a couple times you snuck out once tonight for the touchdown, but little different position for you. Have you done that inside all along in your career, or something you've done lately in the last?
I did it last year a lot.
Okay.
We like to run a lot of plays behind me, on power and counter and whatnot, just switching up who's kicking out, who's leading.
You're
up
almost
through the
an
hole.
extra lineman then.
Yeah,
right?
but it's nice to have because we'll run boot and then I'll be wide open in the flats because they'll think I'm blocking.
Yeah. You guys, again, we're talking about it was kind of a physical game. Westfall obviously wanted to use the running game, try to run as much clock as they could to keep your offense off the field. But I thought you guys, as the game went on, did a good job. And they've got 3 or 4 running backs that can break it loose anytime. And you guys kept a good eye. I don't think they had any real big, long plays tonight.
Yeah, that's one thing we took pride in all season is our pursuit. We get to the ball, 11 guys get to the ball all the time. And tonight we had a few struggles with physicality. I mean, they were hitting hard. They wanted it bad. But if they would have won tonight, they would have made the playoffs. But I think that pursuit is what takes us to the next level in terms of defense.
David, before the season started, I'm getting ready to do it, and talking to a couple of people, and they said, well, you know, so-and-so should be good, so-and-so. But everybody I talked to about Unioto talked about that, yeah, there's a lot of teams that, you know, have 4, 5, 6, not that they don't have more players, but really good players, maybe really good athletes. But everybody kept saying Unioto's got a lot. They got so many weapons. Your top running back, 1,100 and some yards, school record for touchdowns, gets hurt, and other guys step up. And you guys, I think the difference in the SVC and hopefully the playoffs, you have a lot of depth, a lot of guys that can do things for you.
Yeah, we don't like to rely on one person. Obviously, Cody, when he breaks off 4 big runs a game, we're going to take it. But one thing we don't rely on superstars like we have in past years. We like to play clean football. We like to play disciplined football, and whatever happens, happens. And most of the time, it ends up well for us.
All right. Well, you guys, great job tonight. 10
of you
matches your number. 10 wins.
Sir.
Sure that too. I played a long time ago. Some really good Unioto teams. I still can't believe nobody, I think, has won 10 games, but you guys did it. I'm sure you're very proud of that. Another gold football for the Shermans.
Yep.
But I got an idea. You guys you've got your chains on. You're happy. You're going to celebrate a few hours. But you're going to think about the playoffs because you guys want to make a good run, right?
We don't want to be done. I mean, this group is 18 seniors. We want to do something special. We want to do more.
18 seniors.
Yeah.
All right, and they stick together, and they got another big win tonight. David, congrats.
Thank you very much.
You were a big part of the win tonight.
I appreciate it.
As the Shermans knock off the Westfall Mustangs. All right.
All right, thank you.
We're going to wrap it up. Thanks, you guys, for coming up and talking to me afterwards, making you walk up the steps after all that effort tonight. We want to thank everyone. Again, thanks to Coach Hoops for coming up as well, as Unioto finishes 10-0 on the season, undefeated 7-0 with a gold football and an undefeated SVC season as well. Thanks to all of our great sponsors. Thanks live stream. We've got a lot of TV time tonight. I don't know what I had on, but hopefully it didn't look too bad. Anyway, thanks to the great crew live streaming with us again tonight. Thanks to Vanessa and everyone back at the studios getting us on as we complete our coverage of the SVC regular season. And again, we will cover the playoffs. We'll wait and see what happens maybe later by tomorrow. We will kind of know who's in, who's out. Huntington was losing last I looked to Piketon. I don't know how that'll come out. They were 12th in the region. Zane Trace winning. They're in. We know Unioto's in. Unioto might get a bye next week, being in the top 4, going 10-0. If by some light chance they wind up 5th or 6th, they will play next week. We'll let you know our coverage.
Greg,
we know
nobody can hear me, but Piketon won 36-30. Okay,
thank you, Vanessa. Gave me that score. And again, Huntington was leading 30-28. Piketon scores and wins 34-30 or
36-30.
36-30. Thanks, Vanessa. So Huntington does lose. And there's still a chance they could get in the playoffs. We'll have to see. I know if they won, they had a really good chance of being in. We'll have to wait and see what happens since they fall to Piketon tonight. Knew that would be a dandy of a game. Thanks to Mike Strasbaugh for helping me as well. Vanessa, thank you. And we're going to wrap it up here from Unioto one more time, where the Unioto Shermans finished 10-0 on the season, 35-13 win over the Westfall Mustangs. Until next week, we'll be back with playoffs here on WXIZ. Stay tuned. We'll let you know where we're going to be next Friday night for high school football playoffs. Until then, have a great week, everyone. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Good night, everybody, from Unioto.
Thank you for watching SVC Game of the Week, presented to you by Tomlinson Insurance.